We'd also like to thank Accident and Injury Chiropractic for sponsoring tonight's game. Accident and Injury Chiropractic is celebrating the opening of their second clinic in Garland on Centerville Road between I-635 and Northwest Highway. If you've been injured in a car wreck, get the pro treatment. Now, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line for the friendship exchange between the student council organizations from Wylie High School and Sachse High School. Students representing Wylie are Fallon McMurrian and McLeod Weldon-Kiel. Students representing Sachse High School are Jennifer Wynn and Sophia Alaldi Taylor. Both student council organizations wish each other a great and safe game.
Can I get a photo with y'all? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yeah. Which way you gonna go? We can do this. Right there. There we go. Perfect.
And bands, let's get yourselves ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to now hear the school songs, beginning with Wylie High School, followed by Sachse High School.
Sound check 1 2 1 2 3. Scott Garner, Bobby George getting set for a great district game. If you're tuning in early, Bobby, this is going to be a good one.
Yes, Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Beautiful night out here. Sound check good?
Thank you.
And once again, good evening. Welcome to this football game between the Wylie Pirates and the Sachse Mustangs. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. Cheer these young athletes, applaud them, but do not through any of your actions cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, all these young people will feel pride in their communities and school. And while your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We also ask that you show your appreciation for the students who will be taking part indirectly in tonight's game, the cheerleaders, the bands, the drill teams, and the students who have supported their teams at home and away. These young people play an integral part in their team's success. The officials for this game have been mutually agreed upon by school officials for both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, the game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. And we direct your attention to the center of the field while our head referees conduct the coin toss. Representing the Pirates, number 0, Jagger Bale, number 1, Harrison Visich, number 7, Ryan Waters, number 52, Michael Orioka, and number 55, Thomas McDermott. Representing the Mustangs, number 5, Khalid Lockett, number 10, Corey Walls, number 22, Sean DeVault, and number 65, Jackson Schmidt.
22, help me out with your pants. Don't come out here with those. Okay, I got tails and heads, heads and tails.
Sachse Mustangs also at the 50-yard line. One of our best players, number 1, Aaron Esheku.
Same thing as the coach. Correct?
They deferred their decision to the second half. Sachse has elected to receive in the first half. Gentlemen, let's have a great game.
And Pirate fans, Mustang fans, it's Thursday night under the light for a very powerful district matchup. Teams are about to rip along on the field. Let's get yourselves up and welcome your team. And ladies and gentlemen, to honor America at this time, we ask if you are capable to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Face the American flag on the scoreboard side of the end zone while the Sachse Mustang Band performs our national anthem.
The following is a presentation of GRS-TV.
We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shot. We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shot. We set the bar high.
To make the playoffs square off tonight as the Mustangs continue their march to repeat as district champions. From Homer B. Johnson Stadium here in Garland, Scott Garner, Bobby George, as these two teams matching up, perhaps the best matchup of the district this week and maybe of the district competition this season. Sachse, a team that last year won the district, winning 8 straight games. They did it, however, throwing the ball all over the yard. But this Mustang team, a much different version this season, they're doing it with defense.
That's exactly right. They are killing it on defense. They've got some big guys up there. They got Williams, Walls, Haley, Smith on that buck end on the defensive end. They are stacked at those positions. And really, they haven't been able – they've been holding all these teams to like 6 points a game. I mean, it's really a talented team. But again, if you look back at the Sachse Mustang offense, it is pretty one-dimensional. They're averaging about 400 yards a game, but 300 of it is coming on the ground, whereas Wylie, on the other hand, is pretty much balanced. They're throwing 300 yards in the air, 300 yards on the ground. I mean, they are really a talented offense. So that defense of Sachse is going to have its hands full tonight.
Still Sachse getting 31 points a game, holding opponents to 12 per contest. Will that be a problem tonight?
I mean, I'm thinking they're going to have to put some points up. And, again, if they're going to have to throw the ball a little more, I believe, because I don't think Wylie is going to allow them to just be one-dimensional. You're going to have to spread the ball around, and just Haygood by himself can't take on the whole burden of winning this game.
One of the things that Red Barons is a little bit concerned about tonight, protecting the football. His quarterback, Dirk Williams, he's thrown for just 1 touchdown through the first 3 weeks, but 3 interceptions. Says against a team like Wylie, that's got to be inverted tonight.
It's got to be, because Wylie, on the other hand, is going to throw the ball around. They're going to score a lot of points. And you can't just rely specifically on that defense all night. Here we go.
Got a good return here from Josh Ridge, who's the number 2 running back on the team, and he gets close to the 45-yard line. That's a good start for the Mustangs.
You got to love it. Ridge just makes it clean on the run. Splits the guys and gets all the way up to the 44-yard line.
And for a team that, again, does it mostly on the ground this year, 210 on the ground per game, 141 through the air. Good starting field position to begin this game. And it's a Sachse team that began getting hammered. Coppell just drilled them 31-10, but they've come back and won back-to-back games, and here they are looking for 3 in a row. They go with trips to start, and they will keep it on the ground. First carry for Haygood, but you can see the speed of Wylie. They are very active. J.R. Lyons gets there, one of the first guys to get there.
Yeah, just a simple handoff to Williams, to Little right here. He had a heck of a game last week, putting up a lot of yards, him and Haygood. They're going to team up, and we'll see a lot of both of these guys all night long.
Little number 2 running back, Ridge the number 3 running back. But again, Little getting the start tonight sort of gives you an indication of how Red Barons feels about both of his 1 and 2 senior running backs. Here he is again on second down. They run an outside stretch play. He tries to bounce it, but look at that aggression by Harrison Visek, who leads the team in tackles, his 44th of the year, a short game.
Yeah, Visek, he just really is playing that outside, and looks like Little gets a little bounce right here. Thinks he's going to get loose. Visek just sees him right there and makes a strong tackle.
And ordinarily, a team like Sachse would not flinch being behind the chains on a 3rd and 8. A little bit different this year.
Yeah, they've been characteristically a throwing team, but you know, you've got Williams here, and he just doesn't throw it a whole lot. Now, he can throw it. I've seen him warm up, and he can toss it 60 yards.
2 linebackers blitz, but Williams turns on the Jets. He's able to turn the corner before Phillips can get there, and he picks up close to 11 yards with his feet on 3rd and long.
Well, the 5'8", 170-pounder, he can take off and run, and we see it right there. This is what they're going to have to do.
And it's interesting when you watch Wylie line up. They've been going odd front for literally 20 years. And their head coach has been here for just about, I think this is what, his 4th season. And he says, hey, been here for 4 as the head coach, but longer than that as the defensive coordinator. And again, on first down, Sachse struggling to get yards between the tackles here. But he says we're going to go odd front. We're going to stay here. A lot of teams have to play an odd front because they don't have the size, but they have the athletes.
Yeah, they're running that 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. And these offensive linemen got to get their hands on that front 3. And then penetrate up and hit the linebackers to clear those lanes out.
And keep track of this. It's the second first down and 10 where they have handed the football off. Now, this is Haygood now, the ordinary number 1 running back, and he has to make a cut because Brady Light's so quick getting penetration. A second-team all-district player at that tackle position, but a decent pickup of 3, call it 4 yards.
Going to bring up 34 for the Mustangs.
This is where they can do that play action and run the ball, or the RPO. They can hand it off or throw it. They'll suck you in right here. They'll get you thinking they're going to run the ball constantly, and then they leave the safeties. There's nobody playing safety, and they'll just throw it to Ridge right over the top.
Sachse using the ball control, trying to convert on 3rd down for the second straight series, and that time just a little hitch, but pressure causing Williams to speed up. Jaden Doss was there, just a little hitch to Watkins.
I mean, it was a good call. They could have connected on that one. He was there.
And you really had 2 safety valves to choose from. 4th down. And we mentioned how Sachse sort of made a major adjustment with their offense, and I'm wondering if last year's version doesn't even think about it and keeps the offense out.
Absolutely. And this is an interesting place on the field to punt the ball. You know, usually Sachse is going to go for it right here because they're right there at the 40 or 35-yard line, and if you punt it, it's going to go in the end zone. It's coming out to the 25, so you only net about 10 or 11 yards. It's one of those areas where it's
Sachse going to take a delay of game here.
Okay, well, that makes a little more sense now because now you have a little bit more room not to punt that into the end zone.
Delay of game. Offense, number 15. 5 yards, still 4th down.
Interesting, you have a little bit more room, but now you've got to contend with a returner because Wylie did not even have a return guy back there on 4th down and a little more than 3. Aiden Sharp back to punt. Martavion Sanders, best wide receiver that they have, maybe the most explosive back deep to receive. Kick is away from the return man, and this should be a very good result inside the 10. So taking the delay penalty helps him out a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to execute it. It was interesting because he rolled right doing that little rugby punt, and then it went all the way left of the hash marks on the left side. Rolled perfectly inside the 10.
Chance to see Jimmy Carter, who's in his 5th season as the head coach at Wylie. First head coaching job. He was a defensive coordinator at Wylie here for 10 years, and his club right now coming in here at 1-2, 1-0 though in district competition. And they are revamped, and we'll see how they approach it. Jagger Bale with Josh Osborne next to him. They'll run the RPO. Well, the defensive line for Sachse has been a strength under Red Barons for a long time, and that time they do not allow him to get outside. It's Jaden Smith, the defensive end, that gets it.
Yeah, 6 foot 185 senior Jaden Smith over there holding down that left side. You talk about Wylie Pirates. Their offense has been so good. Last week against North Garland, 614 total yards. In itself, that's huge, and 279 yards passing, 335 rushing, and that's what we're talking about, keeping it balanced.
Safety's in tight. How about the backs running into each other? But here comes Osborne to the edge. He picks up a first down, and now we've got a flag afterward as we see Nelson tack on a hit out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like everybody just started colliding in here. They had him right there. And just all of a sudden he's able to bounce outside, pick up a lot of yards. I'm not sure about that late hit. I mean, he was still in bounds when he hits him.
Paul Majors is tonight's lead official out of the Dallas chapter.
After the play, late hit out of bounds. Number 21 of the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Yeah, I think he was in bounds when Nelson hit him, but then you look at the result, and the running back runs all the way into the sideline and takes out a couple of people, so that's where they call the penalty. Look, he's in bounds right here.
Absolutely. I got to agree with you. He didn't even have a foot on the white.
Yeah, they're looking at the results where he hits people from the sideline, and then that's tacking on the penalty, but that's not exactly what the referee's supposed to do there.
Tough call on Nelson. That gives them a first down. just shy of the 45-yard line via the penalty there. They had 16 on the run, but yet still they rush but contain Jagger Bale, and down he goes. What a play by the defensive line. Again, that's Jaden Smith, who comes up with a second sack of the year.
That's the second time we've called his name out, too. He's getting after it over there on the end. He's also helped out by Sean DeVault, cleaning it up there. Boy, that's some good rushing.
Really good rushing.
But they're going to need that, Scott. I mean, they're going to have to really get after the quarterback because, you know, Wylie Pirates can put some points on the board.
Smith containing and coming up with a sack. Now it's 2nd and 16 and a draw play, and not very much. Sachse flowing to the ball as Red Barons has been teaching them. They do a really good job of getting 9 guys around the ball very consistently, and Dalen Gordon had nowhere to go. He gets maybe 2, but they've got a man down here.
Yeah, it looks like it's Jaden Smith. I saw him rush all the way from the right side, coming in and making that tackle from the backside, and somebody must have hit him towards the back because he is laying down there in some pain.
And that's unfortunate because remember, after week number 1, remember they played Coppell in week 1, and they lost Aaron Esheku, one of the best tackles in the district. Probably lost him for the year. He had foot surgery just a while back after that injury, and they have put Haley at that tackle position. Trayson Haley, who had 16 tackles coming in. Well, they do not need to lose Jaden Smith. Smith, a guy that's converted outside linebacker, really done a great job of setting that edge for this Sachse team.
And just getting better and better after every game. We've already called his name out 4 different times in 6 plays. So see right there, number 41 coming after him. And then it looks like he just got his own man, probably threw a shoulder right into his back, maybe knocked the breath out of him. I think he's going to be back on it
and
here.
Jaden's, he was banged up a little bit going into last week. Didn't quite play as much last week, and they were hoping that he could get close to 100%, but again, struggling there to make his way to the sideline. 3rd down now and 15.
Looked like they put Nico Wards over there, 6'1", 210 junior.
He's the number 2 end. Nickel defense. Got to have 15. Bale stepping up. Has to avoid a backer and does. Second level, can't find the 3rd, but Jagger Bale showing us why he averages 5.4 per carry. Still picked up close to 10.
Number 15, Aiden Shaw.
Yeah, he is a talented runner back there. I mean, he's got a great arm, but boy, when he finds some room, he can split the defense, make one guy miss, and all of a sudden you pick up 10. Still leaves them at 4th down and about 8.
Keandre Little back to receive this punt from the quarterback, Jagger Bale. This team's running those 3 protectors now in front of the punter. Big line splits for the Pirates. Bad snap. Bale handles it. It's driving. And they're going to go ahead and let this thing go.
Wow, look at that punt. That's going to roll to the 1-yard line.
Boy, talk about a roll.
Oh
99 yards away from pay dirt are the Mustangs. Both teams benefiting from punts, pinning the other inside its own 10.
Yeah, both teams filling each other out. I mean, you were able to see Sachse pick up a few yards, kind of not showing everything, just kind of figuring it all out on offense. Wylie Pirates do the same thing. They started inside their 5, get it all the way out to the 40. Have a great punt there, but both teams trying to figure it out.
Big game here at Homer B. Johnson. 2 teams coming in undefeated through the first week of district competition. The Mustangs from their own 2. Dirk Williams at that quarterback position. He's got Brendan Haygood next to him, the senior. Williams just a junior. Really been improving from week to week. They really want him to manage the game, not turn it over. He had 3 picks against 1 touchdown coming in. Haygood's going to bounce at the goal line.
Uh-oh.
They set the edge, and he's got a crease.
There's
Look
no
at this.
flags.
He's got a chance.
Can he do
to
it?
take it to the house. This will be 98 yards.
Oh, man, no flags on the field.
It's good.
Wow. Just how you call it. You get in the huddle and say, okay, let's take it to the house. I mean, I thought they had him right here. He just bounced out and gets a good block right there by Ridge. And Lockett. And then it was just, how much stamina do you have? Can you outrun everybody to the goal line?
I had shades of the Cowboys against, what was it, the Vikings back in the late 70s with Dorsett. Don Meredith, 98 yards and a half right there.
Yeah.
The point after is good. 5:41 to play here in the first quarter. 98-yard jaunt for Brendan Haygood, his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. That's going to help his 10 yards per carry average on GRS TV. Somehow, Brendan Haygood has to find a way to put that 98-yard touchdown run on a thumb drive and put it in his pocket, because he's headed up to Boise State this weekend for a little visit as he's getting some looks. Kansas State, Missouri also checking him out, but man, he's got something for the highlight reel. 98 yards, and Sachse has the 7-point lead. Here come the Pirates for the second time. This is a good return right here. Nicely done indeed by Gordon. He's got the edge. Past midfield, another great return for the Pirates.
You can't celebrate too long. You got to go out there and make sure you get the guy down. Boy, giving up a 60-yard return is not good for your special teams.
Dalen Gordon getting down to the 43-yard line. Wylie hoping for a quick answer. That's the way to do it.
And yeah, that gets you right into Sachse's territory.
Jagger Bale back out there. Second team all-district candidate last year. Against a very tough Sachse defense. They run the counter. Somehow slipped a tackle, but barely got back to the line of scrimmage. This Sachse team has brought the wood. That was Corey Walls. Walls and Haley are two of the top tackles in the district.
Yeah, they just bundled it up right there. And I tell you who's having a really good game. It looks like Sean DeVault, number 22. I mean, he's getting there, and he's filling those gaps and making sure everybody is down.
Well, they love DeVault, an old-school linebacker. You've noticed him. Corey Wall's a guy that was a little banged up as well. They were banged up after the Coppell game where they lost 31-10. They wanted to play them. They know how tough Coppell is, but they have bounced back for 2 wins in a row. Wylie's got it second down and 10. Bale this time able to escape, but only getting back to the line of scrimmage. And that's because big convergence by Anthony Okoye, a backup outside linebacker.
You see Bell he's scanning. Everybody was covered. And when he takes off running, he usually is able to get loose out there because he can make somebody miss with his speed, but that one was put down short. Now it's 3rd and long.
Another 3rd down and long. They've not had a 3rd down shorter than 10 so far in this game. Wylie, 7 minutes into the ball game, looking for some answers here. After a great return, set him up on this side of midfield. They rush floor 4, run a twist in the middle. Bale throwing off his back foot. He's got a wide open man, and he's found him inside the 10-yard line. Martavion Sanders, his 15th grab of the year.
I mean, there was no one there. I mean, he just ran right by the defenders. Bale finds him. He just throws it deep. There's no one within 10 yards of him.
A bust in the secondary gives Sanders 34 more yards. He's got close to 300 receiving yards through the first 3 weeks and almost 1 quarter.
Yeah, right until then, I believe that was Wylie's first completion. I mean, that was a good one, though.
First completion, first big play of the night. And it's 1st and goal. Bale to the slant, threw it behind his intended target. It goes incomplete, and that was almost intercepted. He tried to hit Michael George.
Jordan Nelson was setting right there. He tries to run the little gut slant, puts it a little bit behind him, and oh, George is right there to get it. Couldn't make it happen.
Second down and goal. Again, this is what Wylie does. A lot of teams have to run the football in the red zone to be effective. Wylie, not so much. Counterplay. This is Gordon, and they tripped him up at the line of scrimmage. There was a hole for a moment, but Jaden Smith has returned to the game, gets his third tackle of the quarter.
I'm telling you, he's making it happen in there, and it frees everybody else up, like Williams, number 55. He's able to get in there, slow it down. But, boy, if you slow it down just enough, Jaden Smith's going to be on you. He's quick, strong, and fast.
This is what Sachse's done this year. They will bend, and it is very hard to put the football in the end zone against them. All you got to do is ask Garland, who got shut out last week. Third down. Safety tight. Here they come. Bale's got to get rid of it in a hurry, and he overshoots his man. Really good coverage there. Tried to hit Sanders for the second time. Sharp was right there in coverage.
Yeah, that was a drawn-up play right there by the defensive coordinator, sending everybody right up the middle, not giving him any time to sit back there and try to read defenses. I mean, he went right after him, and he had to get rid of that ball quick.
Bale's last two passes have been on his heels.
It's that defense you've been talking about. I mean, they just designed that blitz just in time, just a perfect play.
Spencer Gilbert from 23 to put the Pirates on the board. Make or miss, a big win for the Mustangs here. And it's good. And so, with 3:04 to play, kind of a flag down here. Thought for a moment the end might have jumped.
I think you're right, though. I mean, even though you give up the 3 points, you had them in third and long, and then they completed that big pass, Martavius Sanders, and then to be able to hold them inside the 10 that's a pretty big win for Sachse.
Offsides on the defense. Penalties declined. The result of the play is a field goal.
So the Pirates are on the board 7-3. Sachse with a 98-yard run from scrimmage. And the Pirates immediately respond with a field goal on GRS TV.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, visit gisdedfoundation.org.
The Mustangs give up the 34-yard pass completion on a third and long to set Wylie up first and goal from the 7, but the Pirates are held out of the end zone. They have to settle for the short field goal, and the Mustangs preserve the lead.
I tell you, Wylie declined that penalty, but it was 3rd and 7 right there at the goal line. If they would have taken it, or fourth and 7, they would have had just 3 yards. I mean, I don't know. The way they've been moving the ball a little bit, it would have been one of those things you had to think about at least. But you never want to take points off the board.
Spencer with a high end-over-end kick. Here comes Josh Ridge, who had a good return earlier. Nice cut, and a good one. Looking for the outside. Has to put his foot in the ground, but yet still gets close to the 40-yard line.
He is flat dangerous when he has the ball. He's quick. Like you say, when he puts his foot in the ground, he changes directions, and watch how fast he accelerates to top speed once he puts his foot in the ground. Like, he'll hit it, boom, now he's going full speed again. Hits it right here, full speed. That makes it hard to tackle those guys because you can't judge how fast they can stop and start.
Kick coverage has been a little shaky tonight. Keandre Little, who started this ball game at running back next to Dirk Williams. Fakes the inside zone and tried to throw the screen, but way too tall. That was Ridge there on the edge. First time we've seen them try to go with a quick game.
Yeah, that's basically a pass from the outside. You have a little screen out there. If they can get that down to Ridge, we've already seen how good he is and quick he can just turn something into something big.
While Williams only has thrown for 405 yards in 3 games coming in, he's still completed 61% of his passes, but that throw was well off the mark. Little, a good number 2 running back, a guy that has not taken any days off. Here he is. Breaks a tackle close to 10 yards and finishes it off nicely right next to the stick.
Yeah, I like the way he runs. He is super quick and strong. He likes to finish it out. He doesn't like to get hit. He likes to do the hitting. Right here. So he just takes his helmet, shoulder pads, and just runs the man over.
And you see why Haygood and Little have absolutely split time. Both had 33 carries each coming into the game.
He's 175 pounds. I mean, he's got some speed too and some power.
Try the screen again, this time to Khalid Lockett. First time they get it to him. He hasn't caught many balls, but you see why he's dangerous. Into the 3rd level, he can go. Looking for a 2nd touchdown of the year, and he's got it. 48 yards, and he did it all by himself.
That's why you throw that little screen. You never know what's going to happen over there. 2 big plays by Sachse to make some big-time touchdowns. Here it comes. Good one block, and then you can just make people miss. And all of a sudden, you're off to the run. I could have him show some speed here, too. Had the angle.
Lockett had come into the game with just 14 grabs, 1 touchdown, a long of 60. This is off the edge, some pressure, but they're able to bang that thing through. Nicely done, Damian Munoz, to make it 14-3 Sachse with 2:27 to play at Homer B. Johnson. An exciting first quarter. It's been electrifying here on GRS TV. Malik Lockett with some major ball skills, a guy that has made headlines the last year or so out of 9-6A, a big-time Division I prospect. And he doesn't need a lot of space, and he hasn't had a lot of space, getting doubled and triple teamed, but he made the most of it there, breaking a tackle and giving us a little juice. Here's Martavian Sanders. This time, first kick we've seen covered well. Wylie begins at its own 20.
I tell you, Wylie has getting a little exposed on their tackling. You know, we've seen a couple of missed tackles here and there, and all of a sudden you have a 98-yard touchdown and a 65-yard touchdown. I mean, you got to make those tackles, and if you don't, Sachse's got the talent, the speed, the strength to break them. They find themselves in the Garland ISD end zone.
But how determined did Lockett appear to be when he caught that football? Did not have a lot of space. He has been a little frustrated, and he's a guy that can make things happen after the catch. Jagger Bale back out there. They're going to fake the run to the left on the outside run, and it's broken up on a little quick pass out in that right flat. They tried to hit Michael George, but C.J. Wells, who had 11 tackles and 2 for a loss coming in, makes the play.
Second down.
He was just right there. I mean, it was close. If he had another 6 inches there, he would have stepped in front of that one.
Wells, a guy that's got some lower-level D2 offers. He has been challenged to get better, and that was a great play to contest that catch. 2nd and 10. After faking the outside run, they're going to give it to Osborne and see what he can do here, having to shake men at the line of scrimmage. Another tackle either at or behind the line of scrimmage for this Sachse team. That time Trenton Honeycutt, one of the first guys to get there. He and Sean DeVault.
Yeah, look who number 41 is making him go that direction. Sean DeVault goes out the outside, closes it in. But again, it's big 41 that's making the things happen in the backfield. Jaden Smith.
Red Barron's kind of joking, the head coach for Sachse, saying that DeVault's playing in the wrong era. This is a 1960s type linebacker. He's that kind of hitter. Jagger Bale again under pressure. Look out. And down he goes. He has not had much time at all. Xavion Williams with his third sack of the year.
There you go. You're getting so scared because Jaden Smith on one side. So you go roll out the other direction, and uh-oh, that's not a good idea. Xavion Williams, man, 200-pound senior.
The Sachse team on pace for more than 8 sacks for the game tonight. That is the second one tonight. They look very active. They are hard to block up front, and they don't have to bring pressure to bring a blitz to get pressure.
No, they just send in their front four.
Bale got a bad snap his first punt. This one's perfect out of his own end zone. Fair catch being signaled for and made by DeAndre Little. So Sachse with a chance to add to what already is a 2-score advantage, 14-3. And some prognosticators felt like Wylie might actually have the advantage tonight.
Well, Wylie is a very balanced team. They've been able to run the ball and pass the ball on the teams they've played in the past. So, you know, the game it's only in the first quarter. Sachse's had 2 big plays that resulted in 2 touchdowns. But outside that, we haven't seen a whole lot of just picking up quick first downs and that sort of thing. And Sachse's defense, man, playing really good.
And the intensity that they've shown in practice this week really carrying over to the game. This is Williams, who's got a little time here to start and throws it in single coverage to Khalik Lockett. Had him lined up. That was a pre-snap read, and the safety, Jaden Dawes, stayed with him step for step.
Nice defense on the play, number 8, Jaden Dawes. Bring up second down for the Mustangs.
Good crowd on hand here at Homer B. Johnson, but yeah, this is a new style Sachse team. We're a little bit concerned about the short week coming in, pushing through practice the last couple of days. It has been hot. It was over 103 today here in the Metroplex in some places. Defensive front for Wylie on a power play, doing a good job getting off the ball, but yet still good fighting for yards. Brady Light bringing him down, a gain of 3.
3 on the play. It's 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs.
Brady Light, a guy with a really high motor, second-team all-district player, most experienced defender that they have down there on the line. And a timeout going to be called here with 20 seconds to go until the quarter break. We'll take a break and we'll be back with them. 14-3 in favor of Sachse on GRS TV.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, visit gisdedfoundation.org.
They let the quarter run out, so we go to the second. We switch ends here. It's 14-3 in favor of Sachse. 3rd down and 7 as the Mustangs trying to score for the 3rd straight time against this vaunted 3-4 defense. And here's Williams having to be flushed to the sideline. Well shy of the first down. He was able to run for a long one before, but that time no room into the boundary.
Yeah, kind of an interesting play on third down and long. And he just runs out of bounds right here. Maybe not realizing that, it's going to be fourth down here.
And given time and score and how this game has gone, it appears as though Mark Red Barons will go ahead and keep the offense out here. They punted on a 4th and shorter in that first quarter.
Yeah, in the same exact area, around the 35 to 40 yard line. But they held Wylie in that first quarter to 61 total yards, 36 yards in the air to that one pass to Sanders, and that's really all they've had.
Williams going to throw the go.
Got him.
On the corner and overshot his man. Khalik Lockett. Ball was really well overshot. He didn't have a chance.
Sachse, 180 yards total offense in the first quarter. 52 yards passing, 128 yards on the ground. Of course, one play went 98 yards on that. So your leading rusher is Brandon Haygood. 3 attempts, 104 yards, and a touchdown. How about that?
Just fantastic.
Khalik Lockett, 52-yard touchdown.
And remember, the Sachse team averages about 351 per game. So they're not really lighting it up, even though they're scoring 31 a contest. When you beat Garland 41-0, that will skew the numbers a little bit.
Wylie, first time out of the half.
Wow. Wylie calls the timeout here, a bad timeout on a change of possession here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, why did they call the timeout right there?
Interesting.
Just wanted to get their troops together, I guess, and figure out what they want to do here. But, I mean, you had all that time on the sideline. Your defense was out there, and now you've got your offense out and you called the timeout. Interesting.
It is, and it's been all Sachse tonight. They already have 180 yards in one quarter of play, on pace for well over 600 yards in this ball game. And again, they average about half of that. But when you get 98 yards on one play, that will also skew the numbers. Here comes Jagger.
52 on the next play.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. So this Wylie team, losing the first 2 weeks, they got upended by Pierce, 49-42 in week 1, and then Flower Mound came back and shut them out, 38-0. And they will again try to run the ball on first down. That has been very tough sledding down inside for Josh Osborne. And again, those guys down low, including Grayson Haley, one of the defensive tackles, making it tough.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. Haley, they're having to double team him, and it's kind of opening up the other guys to come in there, like Sean DeVault playing linebacker. But they're having to double team Haley, leaving Sean DeVault to come up to clean it up in the middle there. Just watch Haley in there. He is 6'2", 295, and he's only a sophomore.
And you see Nelson and Wells, the two cornerbacks, not afraid to show press coverage, although Wells backing up here. Bale stepping up, trying to buy some time, and he got clobbered. Did not slide feet first. Instead, he got absolutely plastered down inside there by the backup linebacker, Anthony Okoye.
Yeah, Nico Warts, boy, they punished him right here. He's been running a lot, but then all of a sudden you're not having as much room. I think they're sitting back there and spying on him and seeing if he's going to run, and then they react to him.
3rd down and 6. Pressure coming, look out. Bale's got to unload in a hurry, and Hurst with some alligator arms there at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down and long. Okoye again providing some pressure.
Well, I tell you, you got to give a little bit of credit to Bale. I mean, he didn't have any room. Look at this pressure. Watch this bullet he throws straight into the numbers. He gets rid of that ball and makes a beautiful pass while he's laying on his back. I mean, come on, that's you got to give something to Bale there.
Yeah, and Aiden Sharp. And you see Okoye right there, and big number 3. Man, has he done a great job so far this year. He and Williams, maybe not necessarily split time, but they both get a lot of snaps.
Yeah, Okoye has been, in this system his whole life. I mean, he's been over there at Sachse all the years and knows how to play ball in that defense.
The question is going to be here, did Keandre Little touch that football? It was right at the feet of Little, who at the very last moment decided to get out of the way of it, and I don't think it did. So Sachse caught a little break there. The flag comes out.
Mustang fans, as a reminder, your booster club is.
So what is the flag here?
Outstanding merchandise on the concourse.
I didn't see the penalty.
Brand new shipment of limited edition hats. Nice.
Electricity tonight. A 98-yard touchdown run and a 52-yard touchdown pass by Sachse.
Kick catch interference on the kicking team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Okay, so that's what happened. He was going to catch it. They got in his way. Let's see what happens here.
That's close. You've got to give him 2 yards there. That was right on. That was a judgment call there.
I guess. Well, they may have called it a little earlier. I think they hit him as the ball was coming, and then he went to the ball, but they had already made contact with him. So I think that's what the call is. So probably a pretty good call.
.10:01 to go here in the second quarter, and we see Sachse again with great field position. Their last drive began at the plus 42. Again, against this odd front of Wylie that they've been running for close to 20 years here. Nice run by Keandre Little. Linebackers trying to fight off blocks, and that linebacker was Harrison Vysak.
Good block by the big offensive line right there. They're just getting in the way of people, creating a little wall.
Looks like a guy that probably will be a defensive end in college because of his size. And talk about going to look at different guys. Southern Arkansas he'll be checking out this week. Vysak will be on a little visit. Little again on 2nd down and 7 this time. Not much. And Light making the stop.
Big offensive line. You've got big old number 77 right there. Hugh, 6'1", 330. I mean, I just kind of run right behind that guy. Yeah, they got some heavy meat on that line.
Third down, 6. Show blitz back off. Chip the blitzer, and he throws it low and a little bit out of the reach of Lockett, who again has been targeted 3 straight times. Good coverage out there by the safety, Jaden Dawes.
Yeah, it's one of those timing plays. You got to be able to square your shoulders right here to make that pass. He has him. It might be a pass that Lockett wishes he had back.
They were a little bit closer, about 10 yards closer when they decided to go for it. 4th down at 6, 7. And here, Sachse going to go ahead and punt this thing away. Aiden Sharp, rugby style this time, and he did not hit it cleanly. Straight up into the air. And it will be killed at around the 28-yard line. So about 23 yards on that punt.
Not bad, no return. If it goes in the end zone, it come out to the 25 anyway, so net pretty good. It's always dangerous when you're in high school football because every time they punt the ball, you never know. These guys, they spread you out so far, and
yes,
you always have the most talented, fast guy returning the thing, so you never know what's going to happen if you get a clean punt return.
You don't know, and even if you don't, I saw a punt a couple of weeks ago where a guy was blocking, the ball hit the ground and bounced up and hit him and was recovered by the punt team. You just never know. Dalen Gordon right next to Jagger Bale, the quarterback. They'll hand it to Gordon on a power play, but boy, if it takes you that long to accelerate, Corey Walls is going to be waiting on you, and he makes another stop. They might give him one.
Corey Walls, 260 pounds. Watch him come through here. Boom, he just blows it up. Big number 7, Brunswick, he's 240. He's playing that middle linebacker, and he just took on the lead blocker and just blew the whole play up right from the beginning.
And they do it, getting there with an attitude. You see Walls?
It's kind of fun watching the Sachse defense.
It is. 2nd down and 9. Walls, a guy that's going to be going to UTSA. They run a twist. Williams almost got there. Going to go deep again. A bust in the coverage. And at the very last moment, it's broken up by C.J. Wells.
Ooh, I mean, he had him wide open. C.J. Wells cleans it up at the very end because the ball was in the air for so long. Watch number 55 here. Oh, Bales, he's just taking it. He's taking some punishment. Williams putting a lick on him right there as he's releasing the ball.
Just a little underthrown. Sanders was there. They've had a couple of guys leak through.
That secondary is letting the receivers get past him. I mean, Bell didn't have much time to throw it.
No.
Williams was on him so quick. He just has to throw it up and just let his guy run under it, and it almost happened.
What's interesting is that they don't have to run stunts with backers to get pressure. That time, Xavier Williams faked to the outside, and that defensive end went to the inside and got there in a hurry.
Delay game. Offense number 0. 5 yards, still 3rd down.
I think Brendan Hager just trying to catch his, not Brendan Hager, sorry. Bell's just trying to catch his breath. I think he got hit pretty hard right there throwing that ball. And he couldn't set the play. He needed a break.
Another 3rd and long for Jagger Bale and Wylie, who's retreating, looking for a safety valve. Nobody there, and they get to him for the 3rd time. Looking to credit a sack to Walls, his first of the year.
Man, I was watching him from the get-go, and he is relentless. Watch him coming through the middle here. He was in the middle, has to fight through traffic, and then chases him down and makes a huge hit right there at the sideline. Bell needed to go ahead and step out of bounds, man. That's a lot of, that's 260 pounds running full speed hitting you there.
And that's a loss of close to 8 on that play. And now all of a sudden field position an issue. Sachse continues to control the game. Wylie has been forced into 3rd and long now 3 times in this ball game. And Sachse probably going to be getting this ball on the plus side of the field here. If they can get some sort of return, they won't. It won't matter. 46 yards away will be the Mustangs trying to add to a 14-3 lead, a 2-score game that almost feels like a 3-score game the way it's turned out.
Yeah, right now the momentum is definitely for the Mustangs, and the fans are letting them hear it too. I mean, they are fired up down there. You know, Sachse pulls a good crowd of people.
They do.
They have a big following, and so does Wylie. So this game kind of feels like playoff kind of a game. It means a lot to both these teams. Both teams feel like they're the powerhouse of the district.
Sachse scoring on a couple of big plays. The 98-yard run from scrimmage, the 52-yard pass. They're going to go again, and this is to the corner. And well covered was Heckma Harrison. First time they've targeted him tonight. Trayson Hutchison was the cornerback right on him.
Interesting, because they thought they had a free play right there, but no flag comes out. That was definitely a free play throw.
First time they have targeted Harrison, they had gone to Lockett, or at least gone his way 3 straight times prior to that. Again, this Sachse team does it on the ground predominantly. They've got 137 yards on the ground tonight, 189 total. 98-yard run from the 2-yard line, went for a touchdown back in that first quarter. 2nd down and 10. Nice job by Hager to break tackles. Did you see that posture getting into the 2nd level and getting 2 more yards? That is textbook.
That's tough running right there. He takes a little jump hop right in the middle. Watch this little jump hop. Gets right through there, sheds the defender, and then just tries to punish people as he's going forward.
Keeps those shoulder pads square. That's a great description. He does try to punish you, and he can do it. Average 10 yards per carry coming in. This time he pulls it. Nice move. Williams into the 3rd level. Look out. Williams to the goal line. Touchdown.
Oh, that's why you run him.
38 yards on the jump from the quarterback.
Oh, man, he'll make you feel silly out there. Watch this. It was so good. That RPO was so, oh man, that's a fun shot right there. Man. Woo.
He is fantastic. Williams improving every week.
Yeah, it's getting comfortable with the offense, right?
Yes. They wanted to grow his confidence. You you can see it growing within the game.
Hey, kick off, kick off.
Damian Munoz pounding it through. 6:39 to play in this second quarter. Sachse Mustangs back on the board, extending it to 21-3 here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium on GRS TV. Three scores for this Sachse Mustang team. They have all been electric. A 98-yard run from scrimmage by Haygood. Williams to lock it, 52-yard touchdown connection, and the 38-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Williams that we just saw, Dirk Williams, putting it in the end zone. 6:39 to go in the second quarter. Sachse controlling the game. This is a Sachse team that wanted to come in here, play intense, because they have been trying to avoid slow starts that they have had to experience the first 3 weeks. Red Barons had talked about how this has to improve. We've got to learn how to put a complete game together. And you see Wylie right there huddling up. They're trying to find an answer.
Yeah, I think they had high expectations. They certainly didn't feel like they were going to be down 21-3 just a few minutes into the second quarter. I can tell you that.
Well, this Wylie team, again, averaging 31 points per game, but they had given up a lot of points, 33 per contest, and I'm not sure that'll be better tonight. They're going to run counter action on 1st down and 10. They have struggled to get yards on 1st down, and Josh Osborne, who's the _1 back, picks up 3, but those yards on 1st have been very hard to come by.
I'm just kind of impressed by this big this big defensive line here. I mean, I think they're doing really well, and you get Corey Walls and Jaden Smith chasing you down from that outside. You don't have anything. You can't delay or move slow or jump or anything like that because and come back the other direction because they're following so fast behind you. They're going to clobber you.
And Okoye's made a ton of tackles. You see them running a couple of tight ends right here, and they go back to Osborne trying to control the line of scrimmage. It's his best run of the game. He gets 15, and again, it's going to be Okoye and Sharp who combined on the last stop.
Osborne's biggest rush of the contest so far, straight up the middle. But again, Sachse shows the speed and able to catch him and pull him down after only 15 yards.
And he doesn't appear as though he's a guy that will average over 9 a tote, but those were the numbers coming in. He had 25 carries, 240 yards, 900 yards on the ground last year for Osborne. They go to the air here. Look out. It's dangerous. It's overshot. It's in double coverage, and it's picked off. It's intercepted by Nelson. Nelson coming back to the near side looking for another block. A cutback. He's still on his feet. Nelson tumbling his way inside the 30 with his first interception and return of the season.
Boy, that's fun when you get the return and you get tackled over there on your own sideline. Boy, that's when the crowd goes nuts. Oh, yeah. Starts that direction. He just starts dancing around, gets a couple of blocks. Then all of a sudden he switches sides of the field, and all of a sudden now you're on the Sachse sideline. Now everybody's screaming and cheering for you right here. That's when it's fun time.
Jagger Bale throwing it into double coverage there. And Jordan Nelson with his first interception of the year. A guy that possibly playing at the Division II level next year. Who knows? First down, though. More great field position for Sachse. And again, they're going to go to the air. Williams overshoots a man right up the seam there. Kalik Lockett on the go route.
Yeah, now you've got Wylie just a little bit frustrated is what's going on. You know, they're going to take shots down the field, try to pick up some big plays. You get the interception. And now Sachse's going to go ahead and try to to say good night. I mean, they're going deep right here. They're trying to score fast, and now you see a couple of guys out there chirping at each other. You know, they're getting a little frustrated right now. So Sachse just needs to calm down and just take a little bit at a time. Just keep frustrating the Pirates.
2nd and 10. Watkins in motion and a flag down prior to the snap. But the second key of the game was to protect the football for Wylie, and they just have not been able to do that tonight.
Ball start. Offense number 77. 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Brett Huff, that right guard for Sachse. It's a revamped offensive line, by the way. A revamped offensive line that's got Pierce there at that left tackle position.
Roy Host at the guard.
Jackson Schmidt. Remember, they lost the starting defensive lineman, Aaron Esheku. It was after game number 1, and Mark Behrens, their head coach, was just sick for 2 days. Williams again to the air. He's been off target with his intermediate throws tonight. That one, another one. Braden Watkins targeted there. Corey Austin was right on him.
Yeah, it leaves it 3rd and long, and you'd really like to convert some points here. And it's really not out of the reach of a field goal, because I was watching them kick before game, and Wesson was kicking from the 35-yard line, so that's a 45-yard kick. So you only need a few more yards.
This play may tell you they may elect to do that. They go to Haygood. Let's see what he can do after the catch. They get closer here to make it a more realistic chance. Picking up 8 on that throw and catch out of the flat to the running back.
You want to keep the offense out there, it looks like. See how strong he is. It was a nice little play right here. A little screen. But how strong he was just to not go down on that first attempt. And it was right over the top of him. His core strength is just unbelievable.
You know, they list him 5'9", 185. He plays a lot bigger than that. Haygood, a guy that's got great explosion, great balance. We mentioned visiting Boise State this weekend. K-State looking at him. They will go for the field goal here of 42 yards. You were right on the money with that, Bobby. Timeout going to be called here. Sachse let him get going. The play clock was winding down.
Timeout. Sachse. First time out of the half.
Tried to ice their own kicker.
Yes, they did. Of course, you don't want him rushing it, too. You want the operations to be good for him. You know, they get a chance to kick 40-plus in high school very often.
That's right, and it's such a weapon if you can. I mean, most teams can't do that. But, I mean, he's got a leg. He can send it.
Josh Weston will line it up. Just a 30-second timeout here.
The wind is kind of crossing. It's at his back, but it's crossing from right to left on your screen.
43 yards. Aiden Sharp, the holder. Great snap. Did not get all of it. Did he get enough of it? No.
No good.
Pushed it a little bit to the left. 4:07 to go in the third. Wylie dodges a little bit of a bullet.
You see, it just went just a little right to the right there. He had the distance.
Looks like he pulled the lob wedge out, needed the 5-iron on that one.
Maybe so. It's a nice weapon to have, though. I mean, he can drain that. I was watching him during warm-ups, and he was 3 for 3.
Wylie coming back out. They turned it over on their last possession. Jordan Nelson with his first pick of the year. They've been trying to run the football on first down. They'll do it for the 3rd straight time here. But if you don't get a push, there is nowhere to go. No gain on first down again. Trying to run off tackle and trying Dalen Gordon, their number 2 running back.
Number 55, Xavier Williams.
It's just hard to get through there. I mean, you got some guys, you're not moving them. Corey Walls, I mean, they were double teaming him, and he wasn't moving. And that just opens up for all your linebackers.
2nd and 11, lost yardage on that last one. Boy, playing peekaboo, he gets it to Hurst. Somehow Bale able to get it to Ahmad Hurst, the senior. But he got tackled at the line of scrimmage. They are flowing to the football. Walker Williams got there first.
Yes, he's a sophomore. Getting to play out there big time. Makes a great open field tackle. Gets one miss and boom. Hello, here I am.
Well, Walker Williams balled out, they said, against Capel in that tough loss that they had. He's battled every week.
Yeah.
And really, Garland ran away from Williams' side a lot last week.
Well, I would too.
3rd down 11. They pick up the pressure here. Then more pressure. Bale's got nowhere to go and sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
By who else?
Jaden Smith, that defensive end who made a ton of plays early, and there he is again. He and Williams combined.
Yeah, he's chasing it from the opposite side of the field. You have Corey Walls forcing him out. Xavier Williams a little bit, and then all of a sudden you hold it on too long, and Jaden Smith's going to be there. And
they are going to score a sack right there. That'll be the 4th of the game already, and Jagger Bale, the quarterback, will have to punt it again. This Wylie team doing virtually nothing tonight on offense, particularly on the ground. Bale gets rid of it, maybe his best punt of the game so far. This is Little. Little's got it covered up. Flag came out.
Yeah, again, they're not giving him enough room to catch the ball, and I think the flag comes out again. It's probably because they're right on him. It's going to be another 15-yard penalty.
By the way, for Smith, that would be his 2nd sack of the game. Smith had a sack coming in the first 3, but a sack and a half probably tonight. We'll see how they officially score it tonight. But regardless, he's been very active at that defensive end spot.
He's been total domination.
Yeah.
Kick catch interference on the kicking team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st down, Sachse.
2nd time we've seen the kick catch interference, getting the call from Paul Majors, the Dallas chapter, our lead official. But Sachse with a chance now, 2:02 to go. They've got 2 timeouts with which to work. I'm sure they're not satisfied of 21-3 here, especially after missing the field goal on their last possession.
Yeah, they've had good possession this whole 2nd quarter.
Into the flat to Haygood. Ran into his own guy. Otherwise, they may turn that into a positive play, but it goes for -2.
Kind of a dangerous play. That was a backwards pass. That would have been a live ball if that hits the ground. Covered up.
Slipped a little bit. Ran into his right tackle, Hanks. Hunter Hanks. 2nd down and 12. Again, great starting field position. They have started now in plus territory 3 times in this game. 2nd and 12. Has the corner out there, and it's broken up at the very last. It was open for just a split second.
Yeah,
Quinn was there, and then King came over to knock that ball away. McCoy was there too.
Yeah, I think that was just good cover, a read by Williams. He wanted to go deep. He had Ridge gone way deep, and he settled down for the out pattern. Just didn't put enough on it. Correct read though. It was there.
They want to try to get it to Quinn. He's a good target, big target, and a nice counter to Lockett, kind of balancing out the offense. 3rd down. Got to have 12 here. A little stunt. They pick it up, and he had his man Quinn again up the seam. He got just behind the cornerback Calderon, and it goes incomplete.
Yeah, wide open. All you got to do is just touch past this one. Don't put too much on it. He's wide open. Just let him run underneath that thing.
So punt time this time for Aiden Sharp and the Sachse Mustangs. Sachse really felt like they had the target on their backs. You know, when you're coming off of a district championship like they had last year, they were 8-3 overall, bounced after the first week in the postseason, but they finished 8-0 in the district. Sharp, a high snap. This is a knuckleballing long punt. You don't see knuckleballs go that far. generally. And it's a touchback. 1:03 to go. Wylie's got it. But it's actually really felt like they have the target on their back. People shooting for them. They're good, but they're doing it differently this year.
Yeah, usually they're really a big offensive team. And Sachse in general has had great quarterback play for the last 10 years.
Yes.
And so, they've been able to really put up some points, really quick points too. You never thought they would be out of a game because they could score 2 touchdowns in 30 seconds. I mean, they were good. But this year it just seems like it's a different team. It's defensive oriented. You've got a lot of really good players on that defensive squad.
Nice run on first down by Josh Osborne. He's been stymied for 2 or 3 first down runs in a row.
Sachse.
He's actually going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
Interesting strategy here with 56 seconds to go, their final timeout. Surprised by that, but
Correction, second.
again, a little surprised by that, but yet still, when you're a team like Sachse and you put it together, you've got the open district here in 9-6A. You've got players generally just cycling in through your program, but you still have to sell your own guys. And one of the ways that they do it, it's really unsaid, but Mark Behrens does such an unbelievably good job at developing players, particularly on the defensive side. They just continue to get better each and every week. We've seen that for years out of Sachse. Second down and 3. Close to a first down, and there it is again, a big punch. And you can tell as they hit it, Brunswick there in the middle, ready to unload.
Yeah, he's really big.
Timeout. Sachse.
It's interesting. They're calling timeouts. They want the ball again.
They do. How confident are you when you give up a 7-yard run on first down, 7-yard run, and you call the timeout? Most teams would not do that. They would let that thing go to the half.
Yeah, go to the halftime up 21-3. They seemed like they wanted an opportunity to put a couple extra points on the board, but you've got to stop them. It's a third down.
But you look all over the depth chart here for Sachse, and you see Vashon Brunswick. We talked about him, 6'1", 240-pound Mike linebacker, committed to play at UTEP. This is a guy that makes all the calls. He's like a coach on the field. He's a tremendous leader for that team, and just knows football. Knows what teams are trying to do to them. And there's Coach Behrens right there.
Yeah, he studies that film and knows exactly what's going on. You can tell. It's like he knows the play before it's happening.
In fact, there was one time where Coach walks in and Brunswick's drawing up defenses on the board. He goes, "Sit down. We're going to do it our way here."
yeah. Watch this, Coach. I want this defense.
Third down and 1.
And here he comes on the blitz.
Run the counter. They play off the block very nicely, and yet still challenge that play. Nice run, though, for Wylie. They pick up 9 on that third down and short.
They had the right play called because they had the blitz coming from the right side. And Vault was the lead blitzer right there from that right side, and they ran away from it to the offensive right side and picked up the first down. So I'm sure that they're going to let the clock run this time.
Rolling at 25 seconds, Wylie not in a big hurry. Down 21-3, just hoping to not turn it over here. It has been all Sachse tonight. Bale. Across his body. It's dangerous. Look out. He's got it.
Gone.
This could be a pick 6. He's got speed. He's got the edge. And he's down the sideline. It's C.J. Wells, the other cornerback. Nelson on the other side had one earlier. And it is Wells who makes him pay on an egregious mistake throwing across the field.
That's right. With 2 seconds left. I thought he was going to have it. He was running kind of slow here. I think he was going to wait for it and see if he could outrun him. But then again, he steps out with 2 seconds on the clock. So they're going to line up for a field goal here.
2 seconds to go. They've missed a short one. It was 43 yards 2 possessions ago, but you had noted in the pregame warm-ups how impressed you were at the workmanlike effort from Josh Weston, who will tee this thing and line it up from 30 yards away, left hash.
That Sachse defense has held the Pirates to 65 total yards.
Weston to extend it to 3 touchdowns. And does. At the end of the first half, the Sachse Mustangs put a staple on it with a pick getting down into field goal range. And the Mustangs, looking to go to 2-0 to begin district play, have come out, and it's been anything but a slow start. First fast start for Sachse this year, and they have a 24-3 lead going into the locker room as a result. We'll take a break, and we will continue. Halftime show coming up next on GRS TV.
This year's officers are Lieutenant Casey Garland, Lieutenant Caitlin Carroll, Lieutenant Vika Schlinsker, Lieutenant Kennedy Christopherson, First Lieutenant Kiara Hodges, and your Captain Ray Buffing. Spirit Girls of the Week are new member Emily Logan and returning member Sarah Ball. Your pace setters of the week are new member Clara Good and returning member Captain Rain Bussing. The pace setters are proudly sponsored by Kaiser Center for the Performing Arts, Maxwell Creek Family Dentistry, Next Gen Lighting Solutions, the Settle Law Firm, and Beck's Heating and Air. For your halftime entertainment, they are performing a palm routine to shake it off. Please give it up for your Pirates pace setters. this evening. The pace setters are 57 members strong under the direction of Assistant Director.
Life is full of connections. We are constantly connecting the dots in relationships at school, at work, and in various places in our daily lives. These connections help us leave our loneliness in order to come together as friends with a strong bond of camaraderie and love for one another. Sit back and enjoy the pageantry of movement and music as That Wylie Band and Color Guard connect the dots with their 2024 competition show entitled Come Together, featuring the iconic music of the Beatles, including Because, Eleanor Rigby, Blackbird, Yesterday, Come Together, and Hey Jude. And now, under the field command of drum major Zig Dickey, Abby Jones, Nathan Revor, and Eli Martin, please welcome to the field, That Wylie Band.
Band directors for that Wylie band are Todd Dixon, Mark Schrader, and Stephen Lisco. Percussion directors are Alex Holloway and Jeremy Bailey. Guard directors are Walter and Jason Jackson. The balance girl section of the week is the saxophone section. Band members of the week are Lucas Pinto in the brass section, Eleanor Inguiano in the woodwind section, Jose Garcia in the percussion section, Ava Merritt in the color guard, and Moses McKinnon in the prop crew. The staff and students of that Wylie band would like to extend their best wishes to the Sachse band under the leadership of Director Holly Taylor.
Brady, get this cable. This is your job. What are you doing? Why are you on the other side? Okay, let's have Move fast, guys. Come on. Yeah, mister. I don't know what to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Sachse High School, your award-winning Swingsters drill team will take the field for your halftime entertainment. The Swingster sergeants are sophomore sergeant Michaela Martin, senior sergeant Charlie Cooper, senior sergeant and head sergeant Wylie Duncan. The swingsters are directed by Miss Diane Craig. The big swingster of the week is Lydia Carolina, and the swingster of the week is Maya Price. Miss Highkick is Kayla Meyer. Miss Jump Spit is Madison DeBauer, and Miss Brooklyn is Madison Tate. Congratulations to the swingsters teacher of the week, Mr. Toss. The swingsters officers are Junior Lieutenant Scotty O'Malley, Junior Lieutenant Daisy Emmerman, Senior Lieutenant Caroline Pelham, our First Lieutenant Jennifer Wynn, and the lady in silver, your swingster captain, Hayden Gibson. Tonight, the swingsters will be performing a jazz routine to Cold Hearted Snake. The Sachse High School Mustang Band is proud to present for your halftime entertainment the pre-show and the three movements of our 2024 UIL contest song, Way Out West. Tonight under the field direction of Lily Albert, Abby Vico, Samantha Joe, Josh Abra, and Chloe Rex. The band will perform music from The Hateful Eight, The Mandalorian, Bon Jovi's Dead or Alive, and the theme from Yellowstone. Directing the Mustang Band are the great Holly Taylor, Brett Ryan, Taichu Lin, and Garrett Tucker. The color guard director is Tyler Banks. The band would like to thank the band boosters, Sachse High School, and the GISD administration for all their help and support this year. The Mustang Band section of the week is the percussion section. Percussion leadership includes librarian Hunter Carlson, logistics John Payne and Jonathan Taylor, electronics captain Maverick Rhodes, battery section leader Dallas Nelson, front ensemble section leaders Kinsey Alanis and Matthew Isaac, and drum line captains Casey Higgins and Daniel Isaac. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Sachse High School Mustang Band. The Mustang Band would like to wish that Wylie Band good luck in their 2024 marching season. A special thank you to Joseph Picarelli, GISD Director of Fine Arts, Shay Crowe, Principal of Sachse High School, and Dr. Ricardo Lopez, GISD Superintendent of Schools. On behalf of the Mustang Band, we thank you.
For over 20 years, I've been a proud spokesperson for accident and injury chiropractic and the pro treatment. Why? Because the pro treatment has worked for me, my family, my friends, and tens of thousands of injured Texans just like you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need to demand the respectful, professional care you deserve. You need to insist on accident and injury chiropractic. Don't settle for anything else.
Fans, let's give it up for the best band announcer you will hear. That is our Sachse Mayor Jeff Bickerstaff.
Sachse Mustangs on their way to winning their third straight game, trying to go 2-0 in district competition. The defending champions at 9-6A. First time that they've gotten off to a fast start this year, and boy, did they. They did it with an early 98-yard touchdown run. We didn't get a chance to look at that, but boy, Sachse putting it to them early on in this ball game. And Wylie had come out, and these Pirates were 1-2. They were coming off their first win against North Garland last week, 52-13, but they had a difficult time. They had him pinned deep, 92 yards away, and then Haygood does what he does, and that's find a hole, run to daylight. And it was just a matter of, did he have enough gas in the tank?
I mean, he's running, man. He did.
98 yards for the score. Brendan Haygood, his sixth rushing touchdown of the year, improving his 10.1 average per tote. And then Spencer Gilbert from 23 yards out puts the Pirates on the board 7-3, but that's the only time Wylie would score for the half. And then we see the pass out of the flat. And Khalid Lockett, who's had a tough year this year, not getting as many balls thrown to him as he's accustomed to, but he makes the most of it in the first half with a 52-yard throw and catch. Did it all by himself. Had to break a tackle or two.
Yeah, Williams, 2 of 12, 1 touchdown on the ground and 52 yards right there in the end zone.
That's Dirk Williams on the cutback. You're running the RPO, and then 38 yards later, he comes up with a touchdown run, his second of the year, to improve the lead to 21-3. And then right before the half, after the second interception of the half by a cornerback, a short field goal of 31 yards by Josh Weston makes it 24-3 through the first 24 minutes. It has been all Sachse tonight.
Yeah, Brendan Haygood, 113 yards on the ground with 6 attempts. Williams, of course, 2 of 12, 60 yards, a touchdown, and then he's on the ground running the ball too. He had 3 attempts, 52 yards, and a touchdown. So he had 2 touchdowns there, and Keandre Little, 5 for 16 yards. It's been hard sled for him, but really, it's all about that defense tonight and how they've controlled the line of scrimmage against Wylie. Wylie has been held to 5 first downs and only 86 total yards.
Well, with just 86 yards on the board, it has not been a good night so far for the Pirates, and I thought they might be able to finish this game with a tremendous underscore. Because, if they get out of here with a win, you want to be able to go somewhere nice to eat, and on a night where Long John Silver's, if you go there and you dress like a pirate, they give you a free meal as this kickoff goes in and out of the end zone.
So you're saying they're not going to be going to Long John Silver's tonight?
I think I woke Lathan, our spotter, up with that, actually. So, yes. Or you can go there and give them and talk like a pirate and get a free chicken plane.
Oh. I'm glad you know that, Scott.
The Pirates. I thought maybe Jimmy Carter might be able to treat his team, save a little money. You think about things like that.
Yeah, you have all 60 players walk in dressed like a pirate.
You guys have 120 chicken planks ready to go from their own 25-yard line. We get the second half underway. Jagger Bale, who struggled in that first half, will hand the football off in an RPO to Josh Osborne, but again, he goes side to side, and he's been tackled either at or behind the line of scrimmage on more than half his runs so far. A guy that had over 900 yards last year on the ground.
Along with 41, Jaden Smith. 22, Sean Duvall. Brings up second down for the Pirates.
Osborne 10 carries, 60 yards so far, 6 a tote. 3 under his average, believe it or not. 2nd and 10. Bale rolling. Flag coming in for holding. Boy, Bale working hard, and he just tucks it. Picks up 3 on that scamper. We'll check out the penalty flag.
Boy, Sean DeVault just comes flying over there. It's pretty amazing how quick he gets to the quarterback.
Lewis. Got some personal loss.
Holding. 74 of the offense.
So a hold against Wylie.
Penalty declined. Result of the play will be 3rd down.
They take the result, which is just a 3-yard scamper for the quarterback, Bale, who had come in averaging 5 yards per carry himself, but he has struggled tonight. 3rd and 7. Bale, a guy that really knows the strengths of his wide receivers. Might be a good fit at the next level for the right team. He's 33 of 59 coming in. Needs a 3rd down conversion. They have just one tonight. They run the twist again. Pocket holds up for the first time to the post. It's the biggest play through the air as they find Kyle Garner deep to the post for the very first time tonight. What a play. It goes for 43 yards before Honeycutt can make his first stop.
Yeah, this is what they thought they were going to be able to do all night long, and they have been open. Now, we've had a couple of big plays up the middle. And on the big, long passes, they've had a couple guys get behind the Sachse defense. But this is what Wylie thought that they were going to be able to do throughout the game.
And it's the first time in probably 8 passes that he's actually had time to throw. And Josh Osborne again trying to get to the edge on 1st down. It is tough sledding down there. As again, we see Walker Williams, the sophomore linebacker.
Man, he has just been playing so hard. Now, he's a guy that has a heavy motor, man. He does not stop, and the coaches love this kid. That's why he's a sophomore playing on a 10-6A football team starting outside linebacker.
And they lost to Coppell, got hammered pretty hard, 31-10, but he came out of nowhere, and he's been playing, for the most part, at that spot ever since.
Yeah, you can't take him off the field.
Bale avoiding pressure, throws across his body, again picked off, and then it's broken up. Picked off and then broken up by Martavion Sanders, who I thought was going to make a great play on the offensive end, turned into a defender.
Wow. Now, Bale has his guy right in the middle. He sees him, keeps his eyes up, makes the throw. It just sails on him, and boom, there you have the interception, and then a no interception.
Wells and Nelson both had picks in that Sachse secondary, both cornerbacks, and I thought Sharp was going to collect his 3rd of the year. There he is, Aiden Sharp, who had an interception return for a touchdown against Garland last week. That would have been his 3rd of the year.
Yeah, and it would have been at a great time. You're inside the 30-yard line here, marching, and boy, if you'd have taken that one.
You need 7. A Mustang lost his shoe, and down he goes.
There you go.
Another sack for this Wylie defense. Walker Williams, 1st of the game.
He's shutting down that side big time. Look at that. Just a sure tackle, too. I mean, when you're out there in the open field like that, it's real easy for you to miss the tackle. But, you know, they train and do that Oklahoma drill and all these different drills to break down the player so that you can really get your hands on them and take them to the ground. And, boy, there's nobody better than Walker Williams.
And, again, he just keeps getting better and better. Garland, we mentioned running away from him. That was actually his 2nd sack of the year.
It's
again. 4th and 11, and down he goes. Jagger Bale barely got back to the line of scrimmage. You mentioned it. There he is again, Walker Williams, all over the place.
Yeah, and he was jumping back into coverage, and it just shows how fast he is. Like right here, he sees him take off running, then he's breaking towards the line of scrimmage, and look at that closing speed right there to make the tackle.
Some would say maybe a tough angle right there, but he got both hands on him. And how good is this Sachse defense?
They're very fast. And when you look down the numbers here at how big they are, they're 260 pounds, 195, 185, 295. These guys are big and they're fast.
And you look at the two deep, and there are guys littered all over the map that don't start the game that are still extremely effective. You can't tell. They're almost like starters.
Play clock at 25 seconds and wait for my signal. Thank you.
Williams comes back out. He was just 2 for 12 in the first half for just 60 yards, but did have the 52-yard touchdown connection to lock it on the screen. He ran for most of the way. They run pistol formation for the first time in this ball game. And on the hitch, the ball is very low for the intended target. Goes incomplete. First time he's gone to Quinn this half.
I think they do give him the catch.
Did they? They did give him the catch.
Santana Quinn, he's kind of just a little upset because he feels like he could have had some room to run. He does a great job of running his guy deep and then turning so quickly. His guy was still running deep. He had a lot of room to run if he would have caught that.
2nd and 4. They do handle it to Haygood. Again, from the pistol formation, but they run the alley and get to the gap. Harrison Visick again. You see why he had 43 tackles coming in.
Yeah, Visick's their big middle linebacker, and he gets through there so quickly to get to Haygood. You got to make that block right there. Haygood's off to the running if they make that one block from the left side.
Well, he is a hard-hitting guy. He's going to be a defensive end in college more than likely, and maybe looking at a future mule rider. Southern Arkansas be paying a visit to those guys. On 3rd down, they again go to the outside, and there's Khalik Lockett, who had a catch and run for a touchdown earlier. They get it to him again. They've targeted him more tonight than in any other ball game. Pick up 12.
That's what Quinn wanted on the left side.
Yes.
He wanted it right there in my number so I could take off running like Lockett just does there. And I mean, that's what happens, though. If you put the ball where the guys can catch it and get turned back around, it's just one guy missing, and you're down the sideline.
That was Sean Hutchinson that he juked right there, who had some injuries earlier this year. Right at the midfield stripe. How about an old-fashioned tall sweep? He's an old-fashioned running back, and boy, he makes you miss, and he just tiptoes for an extra 4 or 5 and picks up 7.
Boy, what a nice block right there by Braden Watkins, the slot receiver. He frees him up. Watch this block right here. But boom. That's what freed him up on that little crackback, and he made it legal. He waited patiently for him to turn his shoulders so he could get in the way of that defender, and that freed Haygood up for the big run.
And that's going to make Red Barons, the head coach for Sachse, so happy, because Watkins, that's one thing he was working on coming into the game, his blocking on the edge. There he is in motion right here. They freeze the linebackers, give it to Haygood on 2nd down, and they just run an off-tackle run to pick up 4 more.
Yeah, I love the way Haygood runs the ball. Like, he's running one speed, and then all of a sudden he just plants that foot, and he's going the other direction. Watch this right here. Boom. I mean, you don't know how much yards that actually gets you, because it makes the defenders go into the outside. They think you're going to run outside, then all of a sudden you cut inside. You pick up an extra 1 or 2 yards, and that's a big deal.
And his size at 185 allows him to break more initial tackles than most. 1st down. Nice cut block. Williams in trouble, and he goes down for the first time tonight. Wylie getting a little penetration. Brady Light and Travis King converge.
Yeah, Haygood goes and tries to do a cut block, and instead of just standing up and get in front of the guy. If you stand up and get in front of the guy, that sack doesn't happen. See what happens is he gets upended, and he flies and does a flip right into your quarterback.
And it was King who got cut that gets credit for the sack. Travis King, 2nd sack of the year. Guy that was on JV last year. He is not scared, and he just continues to work. You can't quit. You got to keep working. And he's really worked to get faster and stronger. Nice play by King. This time on the quick pass at the feet of Quinn.
Yeah, he's really having a hard time throwing it left today. Williams is doing okay throwing it right, but every time he's gone left, he's really short-hopped it and just not been able to get his feet under him and throw the ball.
Sachse's not been in 3rd down and long much tonight. 3rd and 16. And Dirk Williams had completed just 2 passes coming in. He had the 1 touchdown and 3 picks coming into the ball game, and that ratio not where they want it.
They have 4 safeties deep, the Pirates do, at least 15 yards. They're not wanting to get beat deep.
Williams avoids the pressure, trying to keep his eyes downfield. Avoids the rush, and he's got room. He's got a first down. Run out of bounds at the 23 to pick up 21 yards on 3rd down and 16 to move the sticks.
And that happens. I mean, what happens when you have 4 safeties deep and everybody's bailing deep? There is no one. Once you break the line of scrimmage, there's nobody to stop you. All the safeties, corners, everybody are 20, 25 yards deep. It just frees Williams up to pick up the first down.
Big play by Williams. And again, they could not contain him. That's why they like Williams at that quarterback position. First year to start at quarterback. They want him to grow in confidence. Sometimes he's a little bit too cautious. First down here, double clutches. Nice throw where only Kalik Lockett could catch it. He only picks up a couple that time. Hutchinson was right on him.
Boy, what hands does Lockett. Look at his hands. I mean, that's a bullet right here. Zip. And he just reaches out so high. All hands grab and pulls that one in. Boy, that was nice.
Huge catch radius. And Lockett's one of the reasons why this Sachse team has been able to run for 300 yards in some games this year. Screen game. This is Ridge. Ridge is a number 3 running back, and you can see why. The pylon lost the ball.
He's reaching over, and he got knocked out, I think.
Was he out of bounds before he lost the ball? If not, did he lose the ball in and out of the end zone?
They're going to mark it at the 1, I believe.
Let's look at it again.
Well, it's a nice play. This is a little screen pass to Ridge. Gets good blocking.
Did you see that block by the wide receiver?
Here we go. Right. Oh, he's reaching out.
Boy, that's close.
Yeah, they're going to mark him at the 1.
19 yards on the throw and catch. 1st and goal, Sachse trying to put it in the end zone.
Sachse's come out throwing the ball a little bit this half.
This is the Wildcat snap. Going to Chase Thomas for the touchdown.
Up the middle, that's number 19, Chase Thomas. Followed the block by 73, Case Lee into the end zone. That's good for a touchdown. Mustangs.
So interesting that they give the ball to number 19, Chase Thomas. 195-pound senior. That's the first time we've seen him carry the ball.
Wildcat snap touchdown. Chase Thomas.
He's like, y'all do all the work. I'm going to take credit for the touchdown.
Weston for the point after.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 13 of the offense. That penalty will be enforced on the succeeding kickoff.
Hard to understand him there. Not sure who they got. Did you tell?
Yeah, I think they gave it to the 13, Braden Watkins. The wide receiver on the right side there.
Watkins, who did a great job of blocking on that last drive. So here's Weston for the point after. High snap. Weston remains in rhythm to make it 31-3. The Sachse Mustangs pouring it on tonight. Week number 2 of district competition here at 9-6A play at Homer B. Johnson on GRS TV. 70-yard drive for the Sachse Mustangs on their first possession of the half to increase the lead to 31-3. And Sachse now has scored on each of their last 2 possessions, and they have put it in the end zone now for the 4th time in the game. They had the 98-yard Haygood touchdown run from scrimmage, the 52-yard pass from Williams to Lockett, the 38-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Williams on a scramble, and now the 1-yard Wildcat snap to Chase Thomas to cap a 70-yard drive on a 7-play possession.
Well, that was a nice all-around possession right there. They threw the ball 4 or 5 times. They ran the ball well, and then they capped it off into the end zone. I mean, that's what you want to do.
Be a touchback here. And Sachse, after they struggled to get out of the gates this season, losing at Coppell 31-10.
Wow, look at that moon tonight.
Have used the harvest moon to their advantage. It's been a wacky one because this has been unusual in the fact that Sachse has been getting off to a slow start pretty much each week, but not tonight.
No, they came out fired up. I mean, you could tell during warm-ups and all the fans coming in here, they wanted to play Wylie and play them strong.
And even still, you know, they lost that game to Coppell 31-10, but it was still a 4-point game in the third quarter, but a couple of turnovers late. They seem to have corrected that problem, and their defense has come out ready to go tonight. They have just been tremendous. 5 sacks unofficially tonight by that defense. Wylie's tried to run it on first down consistently tonight, but this is about what they've been getting. Just not very much. This is Dalen Gordon that they've been using with Osborne to counter him, and Brunswick, DeVault, those guys in that second level have gotten to the point of attack.
Yeah, look at that. There's no room to run. I mean, you look up and it's just a swarm of red jerseys, or I mean, you don't have nowhere to go. I mean, it's just where do you do?
Holding his ground at nose tackle.
Second down and 9. The D-line continues to get after it. They just continue to come at the quarterback. Bales had time, though, here in the second half and finds Hurst on a comeback, going to his rump to make that catch for a gain of 14 to move the sticks before Sharp can get there.
Bales got a pretty good arm. You see when he can just toss that ball. He keeps his eyes downfield, which is what you really like. When he starts to roll out, a lot of players will just look down at the ground, try to run and scramble, and they lose contact of their receivers. But if you show your numbers to him, he looks like he's going to try to find you and put it on your number.
And he finds his 6th different receiver tonight. This time they'll move the pocket. Bale on the move, throws accurately on the run, and that ball going to be broken up, incomplete. Tried to hit Mitchell George in the secondary for this Sachse team has been flying all over the place. They've got 2 picks tonight.
Brings up second down.
Credit Chase Wesley there with a breakout. They're going with a lot of 2s here on the back end of their defense. Second down and 10.
They're going at 4-3 and then 2 safeties deep. We've seen them get exposed right in the middle on the post play. They've got to really protect themselves against it.
Bale has had good time, and he finds the edge, or at least thought he did, and DeVault again runs him down. They'll credit him with another sack. That's a loss of 7.
Yeah, I saw where that was going. I saw Sean DeVault just break on him. All of a sudden, right here, he starts out, the Sean DeVault just comes flying in, and he's just closing speed. Look how fast that closing speed is. I mean, that's just plain. You got a strong motor. You've worked hard all summer long, put on a lot of weight, kept his speed. I mean, that's muscle weight.
Unofficially, the 5th sack of the night for Sachse. That is DeVault's first of the year. He came in with 37 stops, 6 for a loss, a hurry, a fumble recovery, a quarterback hurry.
Timeout.
Really
He's been everywhere.
Wylie. First time out of the half.
These linebackers have been getting sideline to sideline, and with 3:45 to go in the third, a chance to take a break. It's 31-3 in favor of Sachse on GRS TV. Sachse has forced the third and long, call it 16 after the timeout. You see Sean DeVault right there with his first sack just a moment ago. That's the 5th for Sachse tonight. And they come to hit you, not to tackle you, as Bale figures it out, but again throws a strike on the run for the second straight time. That time to Martavion Sanders.
Are they going to get 15-yarder late hit on Bale?
Pick up 17 on that throw.
You see Williams and Smith chasing him down, and as he throws it away, they both hit him, but it's going to get declined because the pass was so good.
Finds Sanders on the big throw, and boy, Bale looks so much better here in the second half. They've been moving the pocket with him.
Roughing the passer, number 41 of the defense. 15 to the end of the run. First down.
Jaden Smith's had a great game. That's really his only big mistake tonight, that defensive end for the Mustangs. Yeah,
Coach pulls him out there and puts Nico Wards in his place.
Yeah.
You just got to give him a talk. You got to say, hey, man, I love your motor. I love how you get after him and never stop. But once he's thrown the ball, you've got to let up.
It's been nicked up a little bit. Didn't play as much last week, but came out ready to go tonight. Boy, these Sachse Mustangs and their fans like what they're seeing. 31-3, and it is first down from the 29-yard line. Nice run to the middle by Osborne on first down. Their second best first down run of the game. Pick up 7.
Yeah, that's where Nico Ward, where we said there, we were talking about him coming into the game. And, man, just comes right in, makes a huge play. Touchdown saving one.
Officially 6 yards there on first down as we roll inside of 3 minutes here in the third quarter. The Mustangs trying to keep them out of the end zone. Wylie, a team that averages 31 a game, has been stymied tonight.
Pirates putting together a pretty good drive here.
They're going to send 2 to the quarterback. Look out. Bale off his back foot. Has a chance. Trying to throw it up and let Kyle Garner run underneath it, but nobody home.
Man, that's all you can do, though. I mean, you don't have enough time. Julian Cole was just all over him. You don't want Julian Cole landing on you, 215-pound D lineman. Look at him coming in after you. You got to get rid of that ball. But again, it looks like those receivers are getting past or getting deep. They're getting a step or two on those safeties.
But we've seen Sharp, Honeycutt, Nelson, and Wells make up ground after they get beat. A couple of breakups tonight.
Yeah, you're right. If that ball is hanging in the ground, hanging in the air, they're going to make up ground on it. They're going to get there, knock it down.
That pressure causing Bale to throw it off of his heels there. He was doing that repeatedly in the first half, forced to do that.
Yeah, you're going to have to go short routes because you just don't have time to set and throw deep.
Wylie, it looks like, wants to call the timeout here and talk about it on 3rd down and 4. See Paul Majors, our lead official, having a chat there. Lawrence Johnston, head linesman.
Was not set prior to the 25 seconds. Please set the play clock for 25 and start on my signal.
So they will not charge Wylie with a timeout here. And they'll start it with 3:28 to go here in the third. 2:28 rather. 3rd down and 4. Going to run the football here. Osborne on a cutback has the first down, it appears. Brunswick collecting his 7th tackle.
Number 98, Saladin Hamilton. Number 22, Sean DeVault. So that's getting a play. It's going to result in a first down for Pirates.
Well, the band's having fun tonight, aren't they?
Band's having fun, crowd's having fun.
Yeah.
This Wylie team looking to post a score here. They've got a lot of experience, a lot of seniors. They've got to be a little bit frustrated tonight, but hey, it's over. They're still battling. He throws it up in single coverage, up for grabs, and he throws an interception for the 3rd time in the game. C.J. Wells has his 2nd pick of the contest. And then we've got a flag down in the pocket.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be holding. I mean, they were coming through so fast. I think they just had to grab a hold of everybody.
That's his 2nd of the night. Flag did come down on the field.
Man-to-man coverage all the way.
And just threw it up, but boy, how good are these corners? They're so physical.
They'll have to get rid of it in a hurry. I know that for sure.
Officials are talking about it. Maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
Right in the middle of the field, right where the line sits. Usually you see a holding there.
Or maybe a hands to the face.
And yeah, something right there in the middle of the line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 9 of the defense. That penalty will be enforced half the distance from the goal. Automatic first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 17 of the defense. That will be enforced half the distance from the goal. First down.
So it won't be an interception. It won't be Wells' second of the game. Instead, Wylie will keep the football.
You see, they get through here in a hurry, and we don't see it there. Then you got to keep your helmet on here.
He's trying to throw it up to Sanders.
He throws it up. Whoops.
Yeah, that's almost like a spike of the football.
Yeah.
So Wylie will get to keep it, and Wells, I'm sure, will be taught a lesson if he hasn't been already. I'm sure they've said a thing or two to him. But regardless, how physical are the cornerbacks, Wells and Nelson?
Yeah, they're going to go on the same defense here. They're going man-to-man, and you've got way outside on just on an island out there by yourself, all these receivers.
Going to let Gordon try. Breaking tackles to the goal line. Short. Nice run of almost 4 yards. Those are hard yards down inside.
Well, you are right. I mean, he gets hit right when he touches the ball, and he's just able to fight it off. Big time block on the trap block right there. It's not going to be easy.
Sharp and Honeycutt, the two safeties, keep it from getting into the end zone. The Pirates looking to post their first touchdown of the game. And they average over 30 points per game. Will they give Gordon another chance?
Oh,
they will, and that time he swarmed.
Oh!
The ball may be out. They're going to call him down, but boy, how about a swarming Sachse defense?
Yeah, Brunswick comes straight through there, fights off the block, but how strong is that run? But again, they don't stop. They just keep coming. And Nico Wards finishes him off right there short.
Yeah, Nico Wards, that backup defensive end. Third down. Thought he had lost the handle on the football. They get a reprieve here. 3rd and goal. Going to go to the air here. Bale. Nobody home. Sanders was never open on the slam.
Got a flag again right in the middle of the field. Tries to throw that little gut slant. But he's having to throw it off his back foot because the pressure is coming so fast.
It's coming fast. They're getting to the quarterback, and they, again, get there with an attitude. This has Red Barons written all over it. This Sachse defense plays hungry.
Work it out, I guess. They're going to talk to everybody out there on the field and see. Explain everything. They're coming over to Barons, Coach Barons on the sideline. Going to ask him if he wants to decline it or keep it. So it must be against Wylie.
Paul Majors, discussions have been lengthy here in the second half.
Block it below the waist. Number 23 of the
That's a big
offense.
one.
15 yards from the previous line. Replay 3rd down.
I saw Sachse doing some cut blocks earlier. The same exact thing. See that right there?
Yes.
They didn't call it earlier. That was when Haygood cut block, and then the defender went over and actually sacked the quarterback. And they could have called it then. They didn't. They do call it on Wylie here.
And you can cut them, but you can't double team them when you're cutting them. And so they call them with a chop block there. And, hey, there's no question they were going to take that because I guarantee you this is meaningful. They do not want Wylie to punch it in the end zone.
They don't want to score.
No.
This is what defensive coordinators want. They don't want – their whole goal is to punch a shutout. No touchdowns.
3rd and goal. To the post. And broken up. Could not collect that thing Ahmad Hurst was there, and again, Aiden Sharp all over him.
Bale finally has a little time to throw the ball. This is the first time I've seen him having any time to throw it. He makes a pretty good throw. It's slide and catch. It was there. You want to catch that ball. You wish you had that one over. That went right through his hands there, and boy, that sets you up 4th and long. Now what are you going to do? There's no field goal unit coming onto the field here.
Just a little bit behind him. They'll go ahead and go for it. This is a call that every coach would make here. 4 to choose from. Again to the post, and the flag comes out. It's incomplete.
What would be the flag there?
Did he hold him?
I mean, he was running free, and we've seen it over and over. They've been getting free right there in the middle.
I know that right defensive end got tackled, and I like how they don't throw the flag given the score.
Bale's been picking up the right read. That pass is over the middle. That little post play has been open over and over, and they decide to go right back to it. Does he get hit in the head?
Holding.
No.
Defense number 7. That penalty is half the distance to the goal.
What's a first down?
With an automatic first down.
That's Brunswick who got called for a hold before the pass was made.
Boy, they missed that one right there on the defensive end. I didn't see the hold anywhere, really, but boy, I saw the defensive end get tackled.
I think Brunswick might have grabbed the receiver before the ball was released right there, just slightly, and the flag comes out. But you're right, I saw that too.
Yeah.
And I thought, I guess given the score, they're not going to throw the flag on that. Boy, they're going to try the ground game.
I think they're going to have 10 plays in a row.
They may.
I mean, they are not wanting them to score.
Josh Osborne smothered by the ball.
I mean, that line is just getting blown out now. Where's the vault coming from?
Everywhere. They lose 5 on that one. And you're right. I mean, how many snaps inside the 20 are they going to get? That's the end of the quarter. 31-3, and this controlled scrimmage continues as they'll snap it for the 14th time coming up. We're back here at Homer B. Johnson with a 4th. It's 31-3, Sachse on GRS TV. Welcoming you back here to Garland, where the Sachse Mustangs have poured it on from the word go tonight. The scoring began with a 98-yard run from scrimmage, one of the longest, maybe the longest in Sachse school history, with that run to break the scoreless tie. That was Brendan Haygood way back in that first quarter, Bobby. And from that point forward, it has been all Mustangs. Hey, they've scored 31 points. But I think the defense has been better.
I mean, they really have been good. And how many plays have they had inside the 20 here? You got to give a lot of credit to Coach Reed and Sharp, Coach Griffin, Crane, Jeffers. They've got this defense fired up, and they are playing good.
It is the lengthiest drive of the game in terms of plays. This will be the 12th of the drive coming up unofficially, and we've seen a bevy of penalties mixed in.
Well, you go back to that last penalty, they called the pass interference or holding.
Yes.
But Nico Ward got tackled rushing the quarterback, and that pass would have never gone anywhere because he would have got to the quarterback if he wouldn't have got tackled. So, interesting call. 2nd
and goal, and they're not on the same page. Garner was running the post, and Bale threw the corner route. Good coverage there by Jackson Chapman. 3rd down and goal.
Right there, he's throwing the flag, and I think Chapman was running the post.
3rd and goal from the 13. Looking for the first touchdown of the game. Fade. A little too far for Okoye. Samuel Okoye targeted for the first time, and again, they're picking on Jackson Chapman.
It looks like we have an injured
Mustang.
Mustang, yeah. I believe that's Xavier Williams. Oh, he's got a cramp, yeah. I mean, he's been playing hard.
Hey, listen.
I mean, he's probably run a 5K out there.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's absolutely no doubt, especially the way the motors turned up for all of these guys on defense. But, hey, Red Barons had talked about how, hey, short week. We're playing on Thursday night.
It's hot.
It's been extremely hot the last couple of days. And I don't care what anybody says. When it's this hot, you better be hydrating 24/7 because it carries over on you.
You're absolutely right. And this drive, they usually be off the field and resting, but this drive has been forever. I think they had 10 plays inside the 20.
Yeah, Xavier Williams is the gentleman you see being helped off the field right here, but this is a guy named Williams. He was backup linebacker last year and kind of a B-team player, but man, he has improved tremendously. Had a great week last week against Garland.
I think he'd argue with you about that one, man. He's playing some hardcore ball.
Oh, he has been.
Yeah.
Last week against Garland. What a great game he had. But he has been very difficult. He and Jaden Smith and Nico have been 3 very good ends tonight. 4th down, goal.
He's going to run it.
Bale steps up. He's got Green. He's got a goal line, and he's got the touchdown.
Yeah, I think that was a designated run the whole way.
13-yard scamper for the quarterback, Jagger Bale.
He took a rough fall, too, when he dove into the end zone. I think he's coming up hurt.
Spencer Gilbert for the point after. Took a while, but Wylie finally
took a
got
while
it in
on
there.
4th down, too. He got everybody go deep in for a pass. They threw 3 passes in a row. You expect him to throw another one, and it was a designed run. Get everybody running backwards towards the end zone. They're not watching you run the ball, and before they knew it, he was in the end zone.
Spencer Gilbert. A little pressure. It's 31-10 in favor of Sachse. Jagger Bale punches it into the end zone for the 3rd time on the ground. And did a really good job of keeping his eyes downfield. Saw the man covered, saw wide open space in front of him, and uses the legs. And Sachse does indeed give up the touchdown. But what a drive. 13 plays, 75 yards for the Pirates.
I think they had 4 first downs on penalties.
They did. They absolutely did. Sean DeVault, though, with a sack mixed in. But I tell you, Jagger Bale, this second half, he looks like a different quarterback.
Well, he hasn't had time hardly to throw the ball. I mean, he's taken a 2-3 step drop. And if you don't have it out of your hands by that time, you're going to have somebody putting their helmet in your chest. I mean, it has been tough sledding for him. And he's found something in the middle. I mean, he sees the receivers opening up there, and he's putting it out there. He just hasn't had time to set his feet and throw rockets.
No, and he had a couple of interceptions coming in against 4 touchdowns, and he's thrown a couple of picks tonight. One was a bad interception against his body, just on a desperation throw before that. But that drive, he threw a 14-yard connection, found Sanders on the 16-yard throw and catch, but he looked really good throwing without his feet being set. Very accurate on the move.
Yeah, I think if he has a little bit of time, he can put the ball on a dime.
Gotta like that. Having an onside kick here. A little razzle-dazzle. Aaron Asheku, it looks like we'll have to bounce on top of that thing. No, not Asheku, I beg your pardon. That was Anthony Okoye.
Well, he acted fast right there because that ball was getting out there, and everybody was just kind of waiting for it to come up and go into their pocket, but he went after it aggressively and does so well.
So Sachse will try and milk this clock. They've got the game well in hand. They will move with the win tonight to 2-0 in district competition. Meantime, Wylie will fall to 1-1. But this Wylie team really feels like they can get into the mix. These were two teams that were projected to make the playoffs at a 9-6A this year.
Well, you know, they look well coached. There's no doubt about that.
You miss Khalik Lockett on a tackle, and you're going to have a problem. Slowed him up, and then ends up getting gang tackled by Will McCoy.
I mean, that Wylie team, they're well coached.
Yes.
Everybody's in the right spot. You got to have the players to make the plays, and but really, you just have to give a lot of credit to Sachse tonight. That defense has just really worn the Pirates out a little bit.
Been fantastic, and when you can hold a team to less than 100 yards in one half, which is what we saw in that first half, they had just 68 yards. You've done a job. They've got 170 now, but still, long throw across the field on a short pass. And it goes incomplete. Again, trying to find Santana Quinn, targeting him for the third time in this ballgame. That you look at the district, and again, Lakeview at North Garland, the other game going on tonight, those two teams were 0-3 coming in. Rowlett at Naaman tomorrow night, and Garland and South Garland. Interesting matchup with Rowlett and Naaman.
Yeah, I think Rowlett's been impressive this year. And so is Naaman.
On 3rd down and 12, finds the soft spot in the zone. It's his man Lockett for the first down. Needed 12, picked up 14. And a little chippy down there.
Yeah, I'd say so. Williams been able to throw to the right just a little bit better than he's been able to throw to the left side tonight.
You know, and this is a section that they've traditionally been able to rocket that thing all over the park, but they're just not able to do that this year. A little bit different style.
Williams is pretty good at using his feet, too. No, they keep hitting Lockett. Lockett's about tired of that.
And, you know, if you're Jimmy Carter, you're going to tell those guys to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, they may be a little frustrated, too. So they're going after him a little bit harder, a little bit later after the whistle.
12 of offense, 5 yards, still first down.
But Lockett tonight still with 3 grabs, 68 yards and the touchdown. Remember, he had the 52-yarder where he caught that ball it was in the right flat, and it was able to break 2, if not 3 tackles to run the distance. So he's had the better of it tonight. Nathan, our spotter, says maybe 3 or 4 tackles.
I mean, it's 1st and 15. I wouldn't doubt if they hand this off to Haygood, but I also wouldn't doubt that they do something crazy here.
Well, it's a pitch play to Keandre Little, and Little tackled to the backfield.
Yeah, that wasn't how you designed that one. Going backwards here.
-4 on the run. Brady Light, second teamer at a 9-6A, making that play.
That play got blown up from the very beginning. It'd take another 5-yard loss here.
Light's really the most explosive D lineman that they have. They've moved him inside the nose guard, draws a lot of double teams, but still, Light had 11 tackles coming into the game. 2nd down and 19.
Got him.
On the fade route, a little off the mark. They've been trying to go to Quinn repeatedly here. Waters did a good job coming over from the safety position.
Now, that was a pretty good pass. He just got lit up as he was fixing to catch it. That was the first one we've seen go to Quinn. That was pretty much on the money. Go up and get that with 2 hands.
And the fact that he was willing to stretch out, he knew the safety was coming.
He knew it was coming.
3rd and 19.
Yeah, they've got Pirates have three guys deep, 3 safeties.
Set up a screen. Here comes Little.
He's got
an edge. Has the alley. He may be gone.
Can he outrun him?
He does. Touchdown. 53 yards on the scamper. Keandre Little. His first rushing touchdown of the year.
Well, I like the play call. We were just saying they had 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and everybody else was deep, 15 to 20 yards deep. And when you have that, you can just toss this little bitty screen play, get a couple of guys out blocking, And then it's just off to the races.
Nice job getting it to Keandre Little on the screen pass. Won't go down as a run. I said it was a rush. It'll be a receiving touchdown. It's actually back on the board. Pouring it on here tonight. 38-10 with 9:10 to go in this fourth quarter. Keandre Little and Brendan Haygood. What a duo in the backfield for Sachse on GRS TV.
45-yard line.
Eight-point game here at Homer B. Johnson. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Jaden George on that last play, I do believe. So that'll be marched off with the kickoff. And this comes back to what I think should be automatic. I think there should be an unwritten rule here. I don't care what the score is, Bobby. When you're kicking off on the opponent's side of midfield, it's got to be an automatic onside, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Why not?
I mean,
what would be the point of kicking it into the end zone here?
I'm telling you, 99 times out of 100, you'll see a guy just line up and drive it out of the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it comes out to the 25. All it's got to do is kick it 10 yards. It's going to be at the 25 to 30-yard line anyway. You might as well take a shot at trying to get it.
Is that not worth the risk?
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens here. I might have to call Coach Behrens tomorrow if we don't see the onsides here. What's his number?
Oh, the ball's live. They got
it. Live. I stand corrected. It was an onside. recovered by Sachse.
Did they not? Maybe they didn't know the rule there that you have to get it. I don't understand. They all just sat there and watch it like it was a punt.
I can't figure out the NFL kickoff. Maybe they're having a hard time with the high school rules. That's a live ball picked out of there by Chase Thomas. He's got a touchdown and a kickoff recovery.
How about that? Heck of a game. Called his name twice, and both have been big plays.
Sachse, first and 10 from the 11-yard line.
I don't need his number now.
That NFL, yeah, right. That NFL kickoff, I'm not sure. I don't understand the rules. I don't know what you got to do.
Bobby, I was just going to say that. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it lands. If it lands in the NFL, is it live still?
I guess, but do they have a onside kick rule in the NFL now? What happens in that? Is the game just over?
Bobby, I told you not to ask me hard questions when we get on the air. Hey, good. He's got a chance inside the 10, bouncing his way down to the 8. More questions than answers as usual. But hey, Sachse's had the answer all night tonight.
I think Coach Behrens just said, just kick it over there in the spot where nobody's at. We're going to call that an onside kick. And it worked perfect.
He's got our broadcast piped in somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Show a little pressure off the edge. You know, this is what this odd front will do for you. You see Travis King faking as if he was going to blitz, trying to get him to jump. He's coming to the middle. Swing pass. Got a chance to score here. Zion Bonner.
Yeah, they're going to call a block in the back. But I don't know. It was pretty simple play right there. Just getting in the way.
Holding. 14 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
You see the block right there. Gets a little hold.
I mean, hold or blood, take your pick.
Yeah, whatever it's going to call it. They're going to call a penalty on it.
Zion says, wait a second, I've got 3 grabs all year, and you're going to do that in this? 8:19 to play here in the 4th. Williams looking right, over the middle, down to around the 5-yard line. Boy, Kalik Lockett upset he couldn't get away from Waters.
Yeah, that was good coverage, but Lockett's so big and strong. I mean, that was a nice ball right there, right in the middle of the field. Had to watch the linebackers. See how he plants his foot and just zips it in there? That's what you want. You want to step into that throw. Lockett liked it too.
Lockett did like it. His 5th grab of the game. 7.5 to go. How about a fade? Maybe a little hole. Quinn looking for the one-hand catch down there, and he goes incomplete.
Had one on coverage, but that was the short side of the field. Just not enough room.
Made the one-hand catch. Fourth down. Williams to the end zone. He's there. They give him the touchdown. Gave him the grab. It's Lockett again.
Pass completed in end zone to K5. Kalik Lockett in for a touchdown. Mustangs.
Got both feet in bounds. What a catch in the shallow right corner of the end zone. Again, Ryan Waters was in coverage, and you can see why Kalik Lockett is elite.
Uh-oh, bad snap. What are we going to do?
Going to roll right, flip it, incomplete on the point after attempt. Watkins was there. Future UT Longhorn, Kalik Lockett, Dirk Williams having some fun here in the second half. Boy, Lockett's gotten a lot of press. He's had a really good game tonight, too. Great ball skills.
Yeah, he's had to make some plays on his own. Like most of his passes are, 5 to 8 yard passes, but he's been able to break some tackles, make some moves, score a couple of, he's just making things happen with his feet and his strength and his hands. I mean, he's able to do a lot of things on his own out there.
Red Barron's talking about earlier about how he's such great ball skills, and how he's gotten better and just expanded his game.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that can catch, but there's not a lot of guys that have all the timing and all the ball skills that go along with that.
As a junior, 1,300 yards receiving, 13 touchdowns. This returnable here. And short of the 20-yard line, ball might have come out, I think picked up.
And then handed off.
Wow. He's got a 6'7" catch radius, Lockett.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Man.
Jump out of the building as well.
Wylie's got it here. Just outside their own 20-yard line. 9-6-8 play. Wylie eats Sachse. Wylie knew those would be the 2 front runners, but again, they think they can get into the mix, and I don't know that this is representative of how the rest of the season is going to go for Wylie.
Yeah, they've been held to 183 yards, and earlier we were telling you, Bale looked like he hurt himself as he jumped into the end zone, and it looks like they've switched the quarterback out.
Gone with a new quarterback here, and they'll hand the football off.
Number 18, on the tackle.
Looks like Cole Marsh.
Marsh coming in to play quarterback. But what a great night for Jagger Bale here in the second half at least. Rough by the numbers, but he really picked it up in the second half. Got to give him credit tonight.
Yeah, that scramble for that last touchdown was a pretty good run, and as he dove in, it looked like he rolled his wrist or shoulder or something.
Marsh on the straight give to Jaden Martin. Martin picking up a first down and a run of close to 9.
Looks like a lot of the Sachse players are starting to switch in and out at this point. Some new numbers out there.
Bale will finish 5 of 18, 112 yards, completing just 28% of his passes. 2 picks tonight. So the interceptions in one got called back via penalty. Remember, he had thrown that third interception, but a penalty on Sachse negated that.
And even after that 30-yard touchdown run, or 25-yard touchdown run, he still only has -8 total yards rushing.
Jaden Martin taking advantage of a very long mesh point and then takes a helmet-to-helmet hit by Corey Taylor, who just lowered the boom on him. 14-yard pickup, and tell you what, Martin paid the price.
I mean, look at that defense just running over the offensive line and pushing them into the backfield.
I thought there might be a flag for maybe a face mask there at the end. But, you know, that long mesh point almost acted as a counter. Everybody kind of getting drawn in right there. Martin. Nice run of 7.
Number 25, Talon Wilson on the tackle.
Crane and Okoye combining. Corbin Crane getting some action here. 5'11", 205-pound junior. Number 2, Mike linebacker at 5 tackles and a TFL coming in.
Yeah, getting some time in there. They went to a 4-2 defense here.
44-10.
They're bringing it.
Boy,
got him. Ball's out. Looks like Sachse may have it.
Said they were they've been bringing it all night, and they have done it again, creating the turnover.
Big number 98, Hamilton.
Saladin Hamilton, the 5'11", 275-pound senior tackle. He had some good numbers coming in and comes up with a big play here.
They were trying to contain him. Just look, Mom, look what I found.
Fell on that football. Hey, but he kept after it. Well, Red Barron's over there to congratulate him, I'm sure.
Hey, he's telling him, hey, man, hard work pays off, man. You keep doing that, you'll be playing all the time.
Nice play.
Rotate him in.
Wylie with the turnover, their 3rd of the game. And again, a lot of backups getting in the action here.
Ball carried by number 24, Keandre Little.
Keandre Little, who actually, I believe, began this game at running back. Diego Munoz brings him down.
Yeah, Little he's pretty good, talented runner. We saw him run that big long run earlier, and I mean he's fast. It's good to have both these running backs. You just don't know what to do. Both of them can really turn it on. They got different skill sets.
Williams rolling and looking at the corner that time. Not a lot of room to squeak it in for Zion Bonner, who's had a couple of targets. Jaden Dawson's done a good job in coverage from that safety spot tonight.
Just got to set his feet and throw it. Pretty good coverage there.
And put that ball really where it needed to be to get caught. And this is a time you say, well, you know, Wylie's gone to their backup. Will Sachse do that too? Problem is, you really need Williams to get as many reps as possible. 3rd down. Walker Williams. Beg your pardon, Keandre Little. That was Little.
Pirates forcing them to punt here.
Will be punt time for Sachse.
Yeah, they're just running the clock now. Right at 4 minutes left and ticking.
Got to be happy. You know, if you're Wylie and their really entire coaching staff, but if you're Jimmy Carter in your 5th year, you got to be a little bit concerned with how the game started. You just could not do a whole lot, but at the same time, I don't know that they'll face this as a bad snap right here.
Uh-oh,
it's
gotta
still
wait from
loose.
him. Uh-oh.
This is going to be a scoop and score. And Wylie and Harrison Visick have their second touchdown of the game on the scoop and score.
Man. Well, that's a silencer right there. You got to get on that ball. Don't panic. Scoop and score.
Bad snap on the punt.
That's a turn of events.
Can look a little bit better in the box score tomorrow. But I was going to say, you know, it was a slow start for Wylie, but again, I don't know that we'll see a better defensive front, maybe front seven, than this Sachse team had. I don't know that they'll face that.
Yeah, I'm with you. They've really dominated. They just wore the whole offensive line out. And it wasn't just the 4 down linemen. It was Brunswick as well. And that those linebackers are just, I mean, they're big and strong. They're grown men out there.
And, Bobby, we say that, and C.J. Wells, Jordan Nelson, those 2 cornerbacks each have an interception tonight, and they played physical.
Yeah, they do. That whole defense has just been really impressive. They've held Wylie to 183 total yards, 112 yards passing, 71 on the ground. I mean, that's a pretty dominant. In a lot of the big plays happened. Other than that, it's really just a dominant defense.
And I thought they had a good defensive line last year, but now all 3 levels, that's the difference.
I agree. Yeah, you got those defensive backs that are really physical, tall, and really fast. They can make up a lot of ground. There's been a lot of passes that looked like they were going to be wide open, and all of a sudden those guys, they show their speed and quickness and their length. They've got real long arms, and they were able to knock the balls down.
You know, it's interesting. They have 44 points tonight, and to have that many points with the style of play that they have, Sachse, that's a ton of points. It's not, they're not air raid throwing it 60 times.
That's right. These have been long, drawn-out possessions that they've scored these touchdowns on.
But, yeah, Sachse, Wylie East, those were the 2 at the top. Wylie was at 1-0 coming in. Rowlett was 1-0 going into tonight's game. This ball is live. We'll see what Josh Ridge does with it. He needs to grab that thing. It does go into the end zone. It is a live ball until it does touch the paint. So 3:23 to go. We'll see them run the clock out here, I'm sure. But, you know, after last year, they were 8-0, did not get out of the first round. With a defense like this, you're always going to be in games. This defense is going to give Sachse a chance, even when they're a heavy underdog going into the postseason.
That's right. That's right. Offense always looks like, you know, they're the ones that gets paid all the money, but that defense is what wins championships.
It does, and you bring up a good point because it may be 44-17 right now, but it's not nearly as bad from a Wylie standpoint as it might look on the scoreboard. This was really more about what Sachse did, not the ineptitude of Wylie. You know, they could have been better at times. First down, continue to carry guys here. And
that was a strong run.
It was a strong run. Nice run by Chase Thomas. He had a good game. He had that Wildcat rushing touchdown, and then
he's running the Wildcat now. Look at this strong run. He's carrying like 4 guys. He's like, I wonder if he's like one of the strongest guys on the team. He looks really strong.
And Wylie getting better, got improved. Came in 1-2. I was a little bit surprised they were 1-2, but they had they probably should have won that first game against Pierce. Wylie, they probably should be 2-1 right here. Old-fashioned pitch play to the wide side of the field. Boy, you can just that motor just never stops for this team. Brendan Haygood, I believe, running that football. Haygood's their number 1 back. What's he doing in there?
He's trying to Emmitt Smith this thing.
Hey, I'd be scared to run him right now.
Yeah. And it's a pitch play backwards, which is kind of a scary play, too. If he mishandles that one, it's...
And I saw him get bent over like that, and I thought, ooh, watch that knee.
Grabbing his helmet, pulling him down. He's trying to end this game, get him a first down. That sucker's over.
Yes, he is. Approaching 2 minutes. we got movement here.
Yep.
That's Rojas, backup guard, 53.
53 of the offense, 5 yards, still first down.
I believe he had a false start last week too, so he's just trying. But you know, when you don't get a lot of time, it's harder to hold your water down there.
It's also a different quarterback.
True too.
You know, you hear a different cadence.
But no, going back to week 1 for Wylie, they lost that game by 7 to Pierce. They dug themselves. They were down 28 points, Bobby. Down 28 points, took the lead in that game, and gave up a late touchdown to lose it.
Well, they show they have skill. They've got a good quarterback.
Hagan's going to bounce this counter.
Oh, stayed in. He's going to pick it up.
He's not finished. He's not finished.
He's like a cat.
Watch this motor.
Oh, he's still up.
And finally wrestled to the ground, taken down hard by Samuel Okoye.
We have a flag on the field. Comes from the sideline here, about on the 45. What a run.
40 yards on the jaunt.
I thought he was going to run out of bounds up here. He decides he didn't want to do that. He's just
Number 19 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Oh, what a block right there.
Replay first down.
And I wonder if they didn't call. Was that the block in the back they called? And I don't think he got him in the back.
No, I didn't see it either.
But hey, when the score's like this, it took me, I had to get into coaching, Bobby, to realize that the officials don't call everything. They have to officiate with common sense, and they do take time and score into consideration. You don't like that?
Well, no, if it was a true block in the back, you got to call it. I feel just like that holding call down there.
That wasn't.
That wasn't right. I mean, it ended up costing them a touchdown basically. So you've got to call some of these calls that are just blatant. Now you can call holding on every play, but those are the common sense ones. You can't just call it every single time. You never get the game.
First time out of the half.
So timeout call by Sachse, but looking back at this game, if you just joined us, was Sachse. They came out and they were ready to go. They had the ball on the 2-yard line on their second possession after a great punt.
Oh, man.
98 yards away, and it took one snap, and Brendan Haygood made a move. Safety got caught up in the wash, and he runs the alley. They couldn't catch him.
Showed it.
I was shocked. I thought, well, he'll run out of gas. He did not run out of gas on that 98-yarder.
Oh, he was moving.
And then Williams to Khalif Lockett on that 52-yard screen pass. Lockett again. He only had 14 catches coming in. This is a guy going to go to UT, I do believe it is, getting a lot of pub there.
Yeah, he's got all of the attributes.
But hasn't gotten a lot of targets yet.
Well, they have a young quarterback, but that doesn't show the attributes that he has. I mean, he's tall, he's strong, he's got great hands, timing when the ball's in the air. All those attributes, these colleges are going, hey, this guy's got something.
Oh, tremendous. And I've seen reports where they think he may even be able to play beyond college. Lockett that good.
Wow.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. We're inside of a minute. And they'll have to snap it one more time to get this thing over with. But again, from the Wylie standpoint, hey, when you lose like this, it's never as bad as you think it is. From the Sachse standpoint, probably not as good as it. You're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you think you are.
Yeah,
it's got to go back and watch the tape. But Sachse was really good on defense tonight. And I say that, and they've got almost 50 points on the board.
Those final seconds are going to tick off the
Sachse will move to 2-0, 3-1 on the campaign. Wylie will fall to 1-3 and 1-1 in district competition. And it was an exciting one tonight. Really enjoyed it tonight. Great game. It really was. Even though the score wasn't as tight as we thought it might be, it's still a very good game between two really good teams. Two teams that will probably be in the playoffs.
I think they will. I think Wylie's good enough to be in the top 4, and Sachse looks like they're going to be in the top 2.
That is going to do it from Homer B. Johnson Stadium. The Mustangs pick up the W tonight, 44-17 in convincing fashion. Well, Bobby George, thank you so much for your great work tonight. We want to thank Delbert Richardson and the entire GRS TV crew. Lathan, an amazing job tonight. Spotting duties tonight up here. My name is Scott Garner. Until next time, from Homer B. Johnson Stadium, the final score once again, it is Sachse 44 and Wylie 17. Good evening, everyone. Good night from Homer B. Johnson, and God bless.